Whirlpool Rising. Chapter 1. 3 years. 3 years since he left. He couldn't keep his promise anymore. He didn't want to become Hokage. Not anymore. Not after seeing his sensei for 3 years executed right in front of him. It's been 3 years. 3 long years since he was banished from the place he called home. He left everything behind, even the person he loved. He was banished over killing Orochimaru. He was banished of killing the ninja who killed the third Hokage and invaded his village. He has lost his will of fire. "Daddy, are you okay?" a little girl asked, sitting in her father's lap. Her father was looking over the sea with sad blue eyes. "Yeah, sweetie, I'm fine." Her father grinned at her. "Okay. Good night, Daddy. I love you." The girl snuggled into his chest. "I love you too." The man kissed her forehead. "Sir," Anambu called. "What is it?" the man asked. "We have just gotten word from Konoha. The 6th Hokage is plotting war against Suna. Should we get involved?" the Anbu captain asked. "Not now. Send word out to the Kazekage that I will send as many ninja I can," the man ordered. "Right away, Lord Arashikage." The Anbu bowed. The man sighed, continuing to look over the sea. "I wonder how they are doing. I wonder how she is doing." The man muttered. "She probably misses you, Kit. What are you gonna do? Gaara is your friend, is he not?" a deep voice asked behind him. "Yeah. Shin," the Arashikage called. In a second, an Anbu was standing by his side. "Yes, sir," the Anbu asked. "Are we ready?" Arashikage asked. "Yes, sir. They won't suspect a thing," Shin replied. "Good. Get Leah. I want her to watch over Kairi while I'm gone," Arashikage ordered while brushing a strand of red hair out of his daughter's eyes. The Anbu bowed before leaving. "It's time, Kurama." The man stood holding his 3-year-old daughter. He went into his large cabin house and laid her on his bed. "I'll be back, honey." The man kissed her forehead. He put on his orange with black flame jacket and strapped his sword to his back. He changed his sad dark blue eyes to red demonic slitted eyes. His canine teeth grew longer and sharper. "Where are we going?" Kurama asked, standing next to his master. "We're going to delay the war for a little bit." The Arashikage smirked before he vanished in an orange flash. Kurama lit up into a ball of flame. A pink-haired medic was sitting in her bed looking up at her ceiling. The woman was now 21 years old. Her pink hair was a little longer than it was when she was 16. Her jade-green emerald eyes had bags under them due to the lack of sleep. She has been working non-stop in the hospital due to starting a war tomorrow. But the lack of sleep also had to do with her having bad dreams of a certain blonde knuckle-headed ninja who was banished on this very day. Konoha had every right to believe he was dead. But her and her friends didn't. They believed he is still alive somewhere. She hopes he is still alive. Before his banishment, she finally was able to realize her feelings for him. But when she was about to tell him he was gone, her master Tsunade told her he was banished and she was being overthrown for the position of Hokage. For 3 years she cried every night on this day. She always had bad dreams of finding him dead due to a certain Uchiha's hand. Yes, she remembered. Her blonde ninja kept his promise of bringing Sasuke Uchiha back. Hoping he was the Sasuke he still was, she was dead wrong. The Sasuke she knew died when he left the village. He was thrown in jail due to treachery, but the idiotic council released him due to him having the Sharingan. The council banished Naruto on several accounts. For losing control over Kyuubi more than once. Nearly killing a fellow Konoha ninja, Sasuke. Disobeying direct orders from the council not to leave the village. Apparently the council was making a deal with Orochimaru behind Tsunade's back when she was Hokage. What they were trying bargain for she had no clue. But Naruto killed Orochimaru with the help of Kyuubi, but he lost control over it. The council was pissed they lost Orochimaru, so they charged Naruto for losing control for the 3rd time. Jiraiya tried to stick up for him but was executed. His execution was a warning to Naruto if he should ever return. Jiraiya's death led Naruto to destroy half the village. After his tantrum, he left the village without saying goodbye. Tsunade resigned from being Hokage and had half of a mind to leave the village. But she stayed for Sakura since she was upset about Naruto. Sasuke got off scot-free and was named Umbu Captain. He still wants revenge on Itachi but first must rebuild his clan. Danzo was appointed to Hokage and gave Sasuke 3 wives. Sasuke has a total of 6 kids, 2 from each. He has 4 daughters that he doesn't pay attention to and 2 sons. Sasuke treats his wives and daughters like dirt, but the council could care less. Danzo has really changed the village. Almost everyone is poor except for the higher clans. Hinata is married to Kiba. Ino gave up on Sasuke and is marrying to Choji. Even though it is secret, Shikamaru is married to Temari and Niji is secretly married to Tenten. Saying Danzo made the village a little bad is a complete understatement. It's hell. Sakura can't even describe how bad it is and she doesn't want to. Sakura, it's time to get up. Tsunade called from outside the door. Sakura silently groaned before going to take a shower. Ever since Naruto left, Sakura has been living with Tsunade. Sakura's parents died a year after Danzo's reign. She had no place to go, so Tsunade took her in. Tsunade lives a little away from the village but close enough for Sakura to go to work. Ever since Danzo became Hokage, he stripped Sakura of her ninja rank and ordered her to stay at the hospital. Sakura hated that man with every fiber in her being. Deciding to take her mind off her hell village, she started to get dressed when she heard glass break. She threw on her shirt really fast and ran out to see if Tsunade was in trouble. When she ran in the doorway, she saw Tsunade hugging somebody, who she couldn't tell till she walked fully into the room. She looked over the person Tsunade was hugging. He was almost as tall as Tsunade without her heels on. He had spiky blonde hair with red on the tips and some strands in his hair. He was wearing a short-sleeved orange jacket with black flames dancing at the bottom. She also saw he was wearing tan pants with a kunai holster strapped to his right leg. Last she noticed was a sword as long as Sasuke's strapped to his back. "Gaki, where have you been?" Tsunade demanded. "Gaki?" Sakura thought. "Sorry, just that I've been really busy." The man replied in a cool yet happy tone. Tsunade pulled back from him and touched his face. "We all missed you," Tsunade cried. The man looked around and noticed a pink-haired girl. The girl's heart stopped at seeing who the man was. He had dark blue eyes, also whisker-like marks on his face. He wore a smile. "Hey Sakura-chan." Naruto waved. Tsunade stepped aside as Sakura walked closer, not even breathing. "Naruto-kun?" Sakura asked, tears welling up in her eyes. Naruto grinned his foxy grin. That grin confirmed to Sakura that it was Naruto, the Naruto she grew to love. She ran towards him, embracing him in a hug, then kissed him with all her might. Tsunade snickered at Naruto's expression. He was shocked to feel the girl he always had a crush on and still loved kissing him. He relaxed and kissed her back with even more might than before. After a minute, they broke apart. "I love you, Naruto-kun. I want you to always know that." Sakura let the tears run down her face. "I love you too, Sakura-chan." Naruto grinned. Tsunade smiled at the new couple. Naruto kept Sakura close but looked at Tsunade. She could tell he was happy than he was when he walked in. "Bachan, I want you to gather Rookie 9, but do it without Danzo or team knowing," Naruto ordered. "Wait, why Naruto-kun?" Sakura asked. "Because we're leaving this hellhole. Oh, and I'm taking Sasuke's daughters and wives with us." Naruto smiled. "Are you sure?" Tsunade asked. "Positive. One of Sasuke's wives is a spy of mine." She convinced the other one, who doesn't really love Sasuke, to come. "Now hurry," Naruto ordered. Tsunade nodded before pulling out a radio communicator. "Wolf, this is Slug. The fox is in hell. I repeat, the fox is in hell," Tsunade informed. "Understood, Slug. I will bring the rest over to you," Kakashi's voice replied. "Oh, by the way, bring Snake's daughters and their mothers," Tsunade ordered. "Copy that, Slug. It will be easy, they are already with me," Kakashi stated. "All right, Wolf. Hurry," Tsunade barked. "Slug? Wolf? Fox is in hell," Naruto laughed. "Shut up. It's code names." Tsunade huffed. As soon as they are here, my Umbu will escort you. Naruto informed. Escort us? Escort us to where? Sakura asked. My village. Naruto answered. Sure, so you knew about this? Sakura asked. I only knew a little. This is the first time I have seen Naruto, but not the first time I have talked to him. He is planning on saving us from death. Kakashi is in on it too. So is it ready? Tsunade wondered. It is ready. Thanks to Suna and my other village friends, we were able to rebuild some of it. In 2 or 3 more years, it will be bigger than this hell. Naruto grinned. Wait, what are you guys? Naruto. Kiba ran in and hugged his longtime friend. Hey Kiba. Naruto smiled. After Kiba busted in Hinata, Neji and Tenten, Shino, Choji and Ino with Shikamaru, Kakashi walked in. They all froze at who they saw. Suddenly a woman with long black hair but hazel eyes holding a little girl ran through the crowd.
Naruto-sama.
I'm so happy to see you. The woman hugged him. I'm happy to see you are okay and little Izuka. Naruto nuzzled his nose against the little girl's, making her giggle. Listen guys, I'm happy to see you and all, but we're running out of time. Umbu. Naruto called. 2-leaf Umbu appeared right next to Naruto. Tsunade gasped as everyone prepared themselves. Calm down guys, they work for me. Isn't that right, Ganma? Rado? Naruto smirked. The 2 Umbu removed their masks, a smile on their face. It's good to see you, Lord Arashikage. Rado bowed. Ditto. Ganma smirked. Naruto laughed. Alright guys, have you guys been training like I asked? Naruto wondered. Yes, we can teleport past the border. Rado informed. Good. I want you to transport somewhere safe and out of range from the village. Naruto said. Wait, where are we going? Kiba asked. Naruto sighed. We are going to my village. The Whirlpool Village. Bachan told me of all the trouble you guys have been having. So I wanted to help you all. By coming with me, you are defecting from Konoha's ninja corps. You will have a home in Whirlpool, and if you want you can be a ninja. Shikamaru, you can live happily with Temari without worrying. Neji Tenten, you and your child will always be safe. Kiba and Hinata, you too well can do whatever, but you will be safe. These are just examples. I'm not stopping any of you. You can come with me and live happy, or you can live in this hellhole for the rest of your lives. Choose wisely and soon. Naruto explained. There's no question I'm going with you, Naruto-kun. Sakura stated. Me too. The only thing holding me back was Sakura. Tsunade smirked. Count us in. Kiba grinned while Hinata nodded with a smile. You have always been my friend, Naruto. I will join you. Shino stated. There is no doubt. I want to protect my family. We are joining you. Neji smiled. You can count on me, my youthful friend. Lee and Guy gave the nice guy pose. Sure, why not? Kakashi shrugged, but they could all tell he was smiling. It may be troublesome, but I want to be with that troublesome woman. I'll go with you. Shikamaru smirked. Everyone else said yes. All right then, Genma. Rado, get them to safety. I'll meet you all back at the village. Oh, and make sure they get some good rooms, okay? Naruto smiled. They both nodded. Naruto-kun, I want to stay with you, Sakura said. Sorry, Sakura-chan, but I need to do this myself. I have some things I need to get. I will be there soon. Naruto kissed her forehead. With that, Genma and Rado drew a circle around the group. Okay guys, all your belongings are at the village. I will see you all soon. Naruto grinned. The 2 Umbu nodded before everyone left in a blue flash. Naruto stood in the house for a few seconds before flashing away. He now was standing in front of the Namikaze compound. He placed his hand on the seal opener and the door opened. The Arashikage walked in the house. He looked around and noticed lots of pictures. He smiled before taking out a scroll and sealing all the pictures he saw in them. He closed the scroll and labeled them pictures. Next, he went into his father's study. Naruto was amazed by how many books and scrolls his father had. He sealed all the fire scrolls in one scroll, water in another, and so on. He sealed all of his father's journals and books. After Naruto double-checked everything, he was 100% positive he got everything. Danzo, the sixth Hokage of Konohagakure, was in his office going over paperwork about the war that he was going to start. Lord Hokage, his assistant walked in. What is it? Danzo asked. It's Sakura Haruno. We have just gotten word from the hospital that she has not showed up for her shift. His assistant reported. Danzo finally looked up at her. She's living with Princess Tsunade no? Go there and bring her to me. Danzo ordered. I would have, sir, but she's not there. Tsunade's not there either. In fact, the whole house is practically empty. His assistant informed. What? How could? Danzo was interrupted when he heard a giant explosion. Lord Hokage, the village, it's under attack. A Konoha Jonin reported. What? Is it Suna? Danzo demanded. No, sir. Much worse, it's the nine-tailed fox. And someone is on top of its head. The Konoha ninja reported. Danzo opened his eye wide with worry. The nine tails? But the demon brat should be dead. How is it attacking? Danzo demanded, looking outside the window to see a giant fox with thrashing nine tails destroying the village. He narrowed his eye to see a man with blonde hair and red slitted eyes glaring at him with pure hate. QB, that's enough. We'll come back later. Kairi-chan is probably waking up by now. Naruto said, turning away from glaring at the Hokage. You're right, Kit. Don't want to make her worry. Let's go. QB agreed. Naruto nodded before he looked to the Hokage monument. Destroy his ugly face. Naruto ordered. With pleasure. QB grinned before two of his tails destroyed Danzo's stone face, making the rubble crash down on the village, most likely killing people. But Naruto didn't care. They all hated him anyway, with that Konoha's feared demon and its master left in an orange fiery flash. We'll be back. Chapter 2. Danzo was sitting at his desk reading all the reports of damage that happened. Damn. I thought by now Akatsuki would have captured him. I need to speak to Danzo. Sasuke Uchiha busted in the door with his Sharingan blazing. Danzo was unaffected by his tone or glare. What is it? Danzo asked, not looking up. They are gone, Sasuke stated. Who is gone? Danzo wondered, looking up to see an enraged Sasuke. His wife and two sons. My daughters and other two wives are gone. Not to mention half of my compound was destroyed. Who did this? Sasuke demanded, losing his mind. Danzo was cursing inwardly. Shit. How did that demon get to them? Why them? This makes no sense. Danzo ranted. Answer me. Sasuke barked. Danzo snapped back to reality, looking at Sasuke, who was emitting killer intent. The Uzumaki. Danzo answered. Sasuke's eyes widened. He's still alive? He took them? Sasuke asked himself. Lord Hokage. Ami, Danzo's assistant, ran in. What? Danzo asked. We have some bad news, Ami said, handing him a scroll. Danzo looked at her but took the scroll. Once he opened it, he smashed his hand on the desk. What the hell is this? Danzo demanded. Ami stepped back, afraid she might be punished. What is it? Sasuke wondered. The Namikaze clan owns most of the banks and buildings in the village. About 60%. Danzo said. So? Sasuke shrugged. So? All of it is gone. We are practically broke. We don't know who foreclosed all of the banks or buildings, but whoever did has crippled us. Danzo explained. Sasuke's eye started to twitch. What's wrong, Sasuke? Can't handle being the dead last anymore? A voice asked behind Danzo. Every pointed their attention to the windowsill to see Naruto. Dope. Where did you take my family? Sasuke demanded. Somewhere safe from you. What's wrong? You have your sons, right? Isn't that all that matters? Naruto raised an eyebrow. What do you want, Uzumaki? I thought you and your demon left. Danzo demanded. We did. I'm a clone. By the way, it's Namikaze now. And I'm the one who foreclosed everything. Now this way you won't declare war on Suna. It will take years, maybe centuries, to get all that money back. Naruto smirked. You can't do that. You were banished, remember? Danzo reminded. Naruto Uzumaki was. Naruto Namikaze isn't and can't be. It's the last law my father made before he passed. You can mark me as a missing ninja, yes, but banishment, no. So since I haven't been marked that yet, I was able to do what I did. Now I truly have what is rightfully mine. Naruto grinned. What are you talking about? The fourth never had a son. Danzo stated. I don't have time for this. Here. Naruto threw headbands onto Danzo's desk. What re these? Danzo demanded. Those are the headbands of people who have resigned from Konoha's ninja corps. They are now part of my village's ninja corps. Naruto smirked. Danzo eyed the headbands. You took them. You took Tsunade and the Haruno, didn't you? Danzo accused. Yup. And Shizen, Kiba, Hinata, Choji, Ino, Niji, Tenten, Konomaru Squad, Kakashi, Asuma, Kurenai, Irika, Lee, Guy, Shikamaru, Shino, Genma and Rado. That makes 22 ninja. Naruto counted while Danzo's eye widened. That's kidnapping.
Omi shouted.
No, it is leaving hell. They all left because of what you did. Now you don't have the Sarutobi clan. You're gonna have to stick with the old farts in the council O and Sasuke. Naruto mocked. Naruto, you are gonna tell me what you did to your daughters? Well, let me tell you this. Izuna's mother is my spy. She was originally supposed to spy and give me information, but Danzo made her your wife. She took her daughters to come live in her real home. Your other wife wanted a better life also, so she came willingly. Blame yourself, not me. Naruto glared. I will kill you, Sasuke growled. Please, you couldn't kill me if you even tried. I would kill you in less than 5 minutes. Now I must be going. The clone was about to dispel itself when Danzo stopped him. You said you have your own village. What is it? Danzo wondered. I'll tell you this. We are protected by the ocean, but we also protect its waters. We are hidden by the pool, which is where we reside. Now bye. Naruto smirked before dispelling. Danzo listened with all his heart to try and figure it out. Ami, I want to know every village that is protected by the ocean, and I want it yesterday. Danzo barked. Ami nodded before taking off. Sasuke was literally having a meltdown. He lost his daughters. It didn't matter to him if they lived or died, but what mattered is that they were in the hands of another village. Not to mention the dead last. I want to find him. I want to find him and burn his stupid village to the ground. So when you find out, you better tell me first. Sasuke glared before leaving his wife and kids following. Danzo sighed. They finally had the power to wipe out sooner than other nations, but they lost it. They lost the 2 best damn medics in the village, not to mention a full year of ninja and jonin. They lost most of their financial business. They are now living on 40% instead 100%. Ami, I want an emergency meeting with the council in 10 minutes. Danzo informed through the intercom. Damn you Namikaze. Damn you and you backwater village. Naruto sighed once he walked into his home. Just a minute ago he got all the memories his clone had gone through. Daddy! A little girl with short red hair jumped to him. Naruto welcomed her with welcome arms and the smile she always loved. How was your sleep? Naruto asked. It was lonely. Lia-chan did her best to comfort me, but it didn't work. Where did you go? His daughter asked. I'm sorry, sweetie. Daddy had to go help out some old friends. But next time I won't leave you alone, okay? Naruto asked. Okay. Kairi hugged him. A second later, an Umbu was behind him. How was your trip, Naruto-sama? The Umbu asked. What did I say about calling me that, Itachi? Here your family isn't that right, Kairi-chan? Naruto grinned. Yeah, your family Itachi Niken. Kairi grinned. The Umbu smiled under his mask and removed it, showing a happier and more colored Itachi Uchiha.
I'm sorry, Naruto-kun. I sometimes forget.
Itachi apologized. Naruto waved him off. Forget about it. But don't worry, the mission went fine. If I'm not mistaken, your nieces and sister-in-laws are upstairs sleeping, Naruto said. So they are safe then. And what of Sasuke? Itachi wondered. Naruto rolled his eyes. It doesn't matter. It's only a matter of time till they figure out where we are, Naruto said. Itachi nodded. So where are the others? Itachi asked. I really don't know. I asked Gunma and Rado to give them some good rooms, but I didn't say where. Naruto sighed. You seem tired, Naruto. You have had a long night. Go get some rest. Itachi said. Yeah, you're right, I do need to catch some Z's. Oh, by the way, did we get a message from Gaara? Naruto wondered. Yes, he greatly appreciates the help. And Temari is on her way here, Itachi informed. Who is escorting her? Naruto asked. Suzuki, Tsukiyomi, and Trey, Itachi reported. Naruto eyes widened. Those three? But they're only genin. Naruto said. Yes, but it was the only people we could spare. Now go get some sleep, Kairi already has. Itachi chuckled. Naruto looked down to see his daughter sleeping in his arms. Naruto yawned. All right, Itachi, you win. But you need to get some rest too. Oh, and I want all the people I brought back with me in my office this evening, Naruto informed. Right night, Naruto. Itachi bowed before showing himself out. Naruto made it all the way to his room and laid Kairi down. He took off his jacket and armor, then threw on some sweatpants. He lay down next to Kairi, keeping her close. Daddy? Kairi asked. Naruto wondered, already half asleep. When will I get to see Mommy? Kairi asked. Naruto's eyes shot wide open. What do you mean? Naruto asked. He never mentioned Kairi's mother to her. Well, I had a dream last night and there was a woman with long pink hair and I called her Mommy. Will I ever meet her? Kairi wondered. Naruto inwardly sighed in relief. Yes, you will meet her soon. Naruto smiled. Okay. Kairi smiled, going back to sleep. Naruto smiled and kissed her forehead, soon falling asleep also. Sakura lay in her new bed. Her new room was bigger than it was in Konoha and her bed was bigger. But somehow she felt lonely. Then her thoughts wandered to Naruto. I hope he is okay. I haven't heard from him yet. Maybe I'll see him tomorrow, Sakura thought before sitting up. She got out of bed and walked out to the balcony. Once she was out on the balcony, she looked over the light blue waters of the ocean. It looks so clean, Sakura whispered. She closed her eyes to take in the fresh air but was greeted with a vision. Sakura looked around to see she was on a beach with other people lounging around having fun. Then she looked to the water to see two boys splashing in the water, getting a teenage girl with red hair wet. You idiots! You messed up my hair! The girl glared. The two boys looked at her, then at each other with a grin. Well, we're gonna do more than that. One of the boys with spiky blonde hair and light blue eyes smirked. Yeah, you better believe it. The second boy with longer spiky hair but with jade green eyes smirked. The two boys started making hand signs. Wind style, wind gale, the boys cried. A strong wind started picking up and created a giant wave that came crashing down on the angry girl. The girl washed up to shore next to a man with spiky blonde hair and a woman with long pink hair. Are you all right, hun? The man snickered. The girl stood up and glared at the boys, then her father. Mom, tell the twerps to knock it off, the girl growled. The pink-haired woman that Sakura recognized as her older self laughed. Well, it was pretty funny. Why didn't you just stop the wave? Sakura asked. The girl's glare softened as she was in deep thought. After a couple of seconds, an evil grin appeared on the girl's face. Thanks, Mom. Hey, twerps, come here. The girl charged towards the two boys, who stopped laughing and tried to swim away. What did you tell her, Sakura-chan? The man asked. Oh, nothing. Just gave her a few ideas to make the boys a little chilly. Sakura giggled. The man smirked. You know, sometimes, Sakura, you scare me. The man smiled. Yeah, but I'm supposed to write, Naruto-kun? Sakura smirked before she and the older Naruto started to kiss. With that, the vision started to fade away till Sakura was watching over the calm light blue water. Were those my kids? With Naruto-kun? Sakura asked herself. She was about to head to bed when a knock came at her door. "Coming," she replied. When she opened the door, she froze. In front of her was the murderer of the Uchiha clan, Sasuke's older brother, Itachi Uchiha. "Please calm down, Sakura-chan. Naruto-kun has sent me to tell you that he wants to meet with you and the others this evening," Itachi informed. Sakura nodded slowly before Itachi bowed and walked away. That was defiantly Itachi. But what is he doing here? Naruto-kun has all the answers. I better ask him, Sakura thought, closing her door. Naruto sat at his desk. In front of him stood Suzuki Shorin, Tsukiyomi Sahashi, and Tray Racer. The escort was a success, Lord Arashikage. Suzuki stated. "I see. Thank you for taking the mission. Even though this was classified as a C-rank mission, I will pay you as if this was an A-rank mission. Also, since the annual festival is coming up, you and the rest of the genin have the week off. Enjoy your vacation." Naruto grinned. Tray fist pumped in the air. "YOSH. Let's go, Cory." Tray grinned, running out the office. "Thank you, Lord Arashikage." Tsukiyomi bowed before walking out. Suzuki stayed. "You wanted to speak to me, sir?" she asked. "Yes, it was about Suna. When you were past the gates, what did you see? Did it seem like there were any problems since the last time you went?" Naruto asked. "No, sir. Everything seemed fine. But there were less villagers in the streets and the ninjas seemed to be on high alert." "Why do you ask?" Suzuki wondered. As expected, Konoha was going to declare war on them today. Even though Gaara and I already knew this, he kept his defenses up. "Good work, Suzuki. Was there any problems with the team?" Naruto questioned.
No.
Everything was fine. Tray complained about not being able to use his jutsu in the desert due to the heat. Tsukiyomi didn't complain as much but was irritated that she couldn't use her water. Suzuki reported. "Well, I did that on purpose. I knew those two would see that their Kekkei Genkais are great but not unbeatable. I wanted them to realize they must train more if they are ever going to be a chunin like you." Naruto grinned, which made Suzuki's eyes widened. "What?" she asked. "Before you gave your report, Tamari told me about your leadership and smarts. Congratulations, Suzuki. I hear Naruto Namikaze, the Yondaime Arashikage of the Whirlpools, promote you to chunin rank." Naruto grinned, handing her blue flak jacket. Suzuki was shocked. "Thank you, Naruto Niken." Suzuki grinned, hugging him. "Don't thank me. You've earned it. Now go show off your new jacket to your friends." Naruto grinned. Suzuki gave a mock salute before running out the office. Naruto chuckled to himself before getting back to his paperwork. "Enter," Naruto said. Itachi walked in with an annoyed expression. "I hate when you do that," Itachi muttered. "It's not my fault," Naruto mocked. Itachi just waved him off as a group of people walked in. Some were eyeing Itachi nervous while he stood by Naruto's side. "There's no need to be so nervous. Itachi is a loyal Whirlpool ninja now. I found out a while ago that he was Pervy Sage's informant on the Akatsuki. He left Akatsuki and helped me rebuild the village. I trust him with my life," Naruto stated as Itachi smiled. Tsunade shrugged and took a seat casually in front of Naruto, whose eye was twitching. "What? This is payback for all the time you disrespected me, remember?" Tsunade smirked. Naruto sighed, shrugging it off. "Wow, Naruto, nice office. It's bigger than the Hokage's." Kiba looked around. "Yeah, it was the Nine Dames' idea. Now I have called you all here to run some tests. It's necessary for everyone to do who comes from another village. It's just a mind probe and some paperwork." Naruto shrugged, handing everyone sheets of paper. Everyone read a few lines of the paperwork and shrugged. "All right, I don't need those back till tomorrow morning, so don't worry about doing them now. Next thing, I must know who here is planning on becoming a Whirlpool ninja," Naruto asked. Everyone shot their hand up, which made Naruto smirk. "Figures. Itachi," Naruto called. Itachi nodded, going into a drawer and handing everyone more paperwork. "In the paperwork Itachi just gave you is a list of all our ninja corps. And each has a different test, may it be physical, written, mental, or others. So after you are done with that, Daddy! Kairi ran into the room, getting past all the adults to get to her father. Naruto picked her up and sat her on his lap. What's wrong, Kairi? Naruto asked. You were gone when I woke up and I had a bad dream, Kairi said. Naruto narrowed his eyes at her while everyone stared at them except for Itachi, who was also trying to comfort her. What the hell? Naruto, you're a father, Kiba demanded. Naruto ignored him but nodded. What was it about? Naruto asked. Kairi looked at Itachi and Naruto. There was a man that looked like Itachi Niken, and Kairi started crying into her father's chest. Itachi, I want all the Umbu and guards on high alert for the next few days, Naruto ordered in his boss voice. Right, Naruto-sama. Itachi nodded before making his way out the door. Naruto hugged his little girl close. All right, listen everyone. Go sign your paperwork and give it to me tomorrow. I got to get her home. Le! Naruto called. Leah walked in the room. I want you to make sure we have no unwanted guests in the village. We are now level 4. Naruto said. Leah nodded before getting to work. Naruto stood and excused himself, leaving everyone to think what the hell just happened. Wait, is it me? Or did I hear that little girl just call him daddy? Kiba looked around to see everyone nodding. Well then, who the hell is the mother? Kiba asked. Ino bashed him on his head. You baka! Can't you see Sakura is right there? Ino whispered. Kiba looked to see a deep in thought Sakura before she and Tsunade walked out. Naruto was sitting on the dock looking over the ocean with Kairi asleep in his lap. He was currently thinking about what Kairi told him and Itachi. Could it be Sasuke? It would make sense, he is the only elder Uchiha left, right?
Naruto-kun.
A soft voice called his name. What is it, Hinata? Naruto asked. Hinata sat down next to him looking at Kairi. Is she Sakura's? Hinata asked a little sad. Why does it matter whose she is? She's my daughter and that's all that matters, Naruto stated. Hinata looked up at him and saw his eyes were dark blue than his happy sky blue. She looked at the water and noticed it was dark also like his eyes. Do you love her? Sakura, I mean, Hinata asked. Yes, Naruto said without hesitation. They were silent for a while till Naruto decided to speak. If you wanted to speak to me, Sakura-chan, all you had to do was ask. Naruto smirked. Hinata blushed before she dropped the henge, revealing Sakura. How? Sakura wondered. Your chakra, your scent, plus Hinata would faint if she was this close. What's wrong, Sakura? Naruto asked. Sakura looked at Kairi, then up at him. Is she really yours? Was I too late? Sakura asked, tears welling up in her eyes.
No.
Kairi is adopted. Do you remember Cheyenne? Naruto asked. Sakura nodded her head. Cheyenne was raped 4 years ago by some high-class ninja who was supposed to be her bodyguard. She came to Whirlpool when she was 4 months along. Those stupid councilmen of hers disowned her and banished her because she had sex with someone other than her to be husband. It turned out her to be husband was killed by this ninja. So she came for refuge here. Naruto explained. Once she found me, I took care of her. I loved her and she loved me, but it wasn't like that. Few months later, Kairi was born. She named her that because it was the name of her grandmother. Cheyenne died a few hours later. Cheyenne foresaw her own death the day before but didn't tell me because she knew I would do anything to save her. Her last wishes were for Kairi and me to be happy, also for me to raise her. Naruto explained, tears streaking his face. I've been raising Kairi all by myself with Itachi's help. She is my daughter and she will always be my daughter no matter what anyone says. I was with Cheyenne during her pregnancy and with her during labor. So to me she isn't my adoptive daughter. She is my daughter. And thanks to Kyuubi she has my bloodline limit. Naruto smiled a little, hugging the girl close. Sakura was also in tears of hearing the sad story. Does she ever ask about her? About Cheyenne? Sakura wondered. No, she asked me last night when she would see her mom. She told me she had a dream of you and her, and she called you mom. Once she wakes up she will think you are her mother. I don't know why, but it seems that Kairi has gotten her mother's power to see visions of the future. Naruto said. But I thought Cheyenne could only see people's oncoming deaths. Sakura stated. I know. It must be Kyuubi's help. When he gave her some of his chakra when she was born, he might have amplified her power. Naruto shrugged. If what she said is true at the office then. Sasuke is coming to kill me. Naruto finished with a glare. Sakura was about to say more when the little girl in Naruto's arms stirred awake. Kairi looked up at her father who was smiling at her. Hey sleepyhead, guess who's here? Naruto smiled. Kairi turned her head to see someone else. The person was blurry till she wiped her sleep eyes. When she opened them, she instantly remembered that pink hair. Mommy! Kairi jumped out of Naruto's arms and into Sakura's. Kairi held onto Sakura who was smiling. Hello Kairi-chan. Sakura greeted. Kairi held tighter onto her. Naruto smiled at the embrace. Mommy, I love you, Kairi said, bringing shock to Sakura. Sakura hugged her tighter. I love you too, sweetie. Sakura silently cried. I'm going. And you can't stop me, Danzo. Sasuke started to walk away.
Sasuke no.
If you go, you will start war. We are not ready for that, Danzo informed. Fine. But if we are not ready to go within a year, I will go by myself. Sasuke warned and stormed out. Danzo sighed. We walked to the window and looked over the village. We will find more about you Namikaze, just you wait. Chapter 3. Sakura Haruno, well more like Sakura Namikaze, was sitting down on her shower floor thinking about what happened for the past 3 years. And thinking about it made her smile. She had the best time with her husband for 3 years. She remembered when they actually went on their first date out of many. Whenever Naruto was done early of being the Arashikage, they would hang out and play with Kairi, who Sakura now called her firstborn. Even though Kairi really wasn't her daughter, she treated her like it, and Kairi treated her like her mother. After the 3-year-old, now 6-year-old met her, she moved in with Naruto. After Sakura finished her paperwork along with the others, she became head medic at the Northside Hospital. Tsunade the East, Shizune the South, and Kakashi's old teammate and now wife Rin the West. She remembered how Kakashi reacted to seeing Rin. Kakashi was completely shocked when he saw Rin for the first time in years, and Naruto shrugged it off like it was nothing. Before Sakura and the others came along, she was the head medic in one hospital. Because at the time they only had one hospital. But Naruto made sure that more hospitals were built so Rin could be satisfied. Rin was also the founder and helped rebuild the village like Itachi. After a year of dating, Kakashi proposed to Rin and they got married the following year. Now they have a son who just turned 2 a few weeks ago. Kakashi signed up for Jonin and was head council member for his clan. Kiba and Hinata have 2 kids, each a year apart. A boy and a girl. Kiba signed up for the Ninja Tracker Corps and was head for his clan. He currently is a Jonin, as is Hinata. Niji and Tenten had their firstborn son a year after they defected from Konoha. Thanks to Naruto canceling the caged bird seal, Niji's son was able to get the Byakugan before he was born. Niji is head council member of the Hyuga. He is second command of the Umbu. Ino and Choji have 2 daughters that look like Ino but have Choji's hair. Choji is head of the clan member for the Akamichi that is in council. He is a Jonin, as is Ino. Konohamaru and Moegi are engaged and are expecting a baby girl. Asuma and Kurenai had 2 kids now. A boy and another boy. Since Asuma is older than Konohamaru, he is the council head for the Sarutobi clan. Konohamaru is a special Jonin, as Asuma is still a Jonin. Shikamaru and Temari have 2 kids, both girls. Shikamaru is Naruto's advisor, clan head, and Jonin. Temari is also a Jonin but stays home to watch the kids. As Sakura went through all their friends' happy lives, she stopped at hers. How Naruto proposed to her. It was too romantic, as she remembered. Flashback 3 years ago. Hey Sakura-chan, you want to go out tonight? Naruto asked, knowing she was free because he told the hospital to give her a day off. Yeah. What about Kairi? Sakura asked as she closed a medical book. She's hanging out with Itachi. Come on, you'll need a swimsuit, Naruto said as he went to the bedroom to put his swimming trunks on. Sakura shrugged and followed him to the bedroom and put on her red two-piece bikini. Naruto-kun is going to love this. Inner Sakura squealed. Sakura just rolled her eyes and put on a tank top and some shorts over the bikini. Ready, Sakura-chan? Naruto asked with a smile. Yup. So where are we going? Sakura wondered. Well, I was thinking getting a bite to eat. Wait a while and watch the stars, then take a swim. Naruto explained. Wow, Naruto-kun. This seems to be more than just a date. Sakura teased, making Naruto go pale. But he figured out Sakura was teasing him and had no clue. Naruto smirked and grabbed her hand. In a flash of orange, they were now on a green luscious grass hill. She looked around to see a crock pot, some plates and forks. Under it all was a tablecloth. Naruto-kun, what is this? Sakura asked. Dinner. We're having chicken, rice, corn, and carrots. Naruto grinned. They both sat down on the grass. Naruto opened the lid of the crockpot and pulled out a knife. Do you want a big piece or little piece? Naruto asked. Big is fine, Sakura said. Naruto nodded, cutting the chicken and put it on her plate. He later gave her a couple spoons of rice and corn with carrots. Sakura took a bite and gulped it down. Naruto-kun, this is good. Did you make this? Sakura wondered, taking another bite. Yup. Rin-chan taught me how to cook when he rebuilt the village. Is it that good? Naruto wondered, taking a bite for himself. Yes, it's really good. You need to cook more often. Sakura grinned. Naruto grinned too. After eating and talking, Naruto made a clone clean up the dishes and take them home. Naruto lay down on the ground and Sakura put her head on his chest. He was so warm she nuzzled into his chest more. Don't go to sleep yet, Sakura-chan. We still have to take that swim. Naruto said.
No.
I don't want to swim. Stay here and lay with you. Sakura mumbled. Naruto sighed. Sakura-chan, will you marry me? Naruto asked. Sakura snapped, her eyes opened and looked at him. What? She demanded. Naruto sat up and looked at her. I love you, Sakura, ever since our days in the academy. I know I wasn't there for you when I was banished, but I'm here now and I never want to leave you. You became the mother of the child of one of my friends. She loves you and I love you. Will you marry me? Naruto asked. Sakura's heart stopped when Naruto pulled out a ring. The ring had a large diamond with 2 sakura flowers on each side of the diamond. On the ring were small jade emeralds that went around the ring. Yes, she whispered, regaining her breath. Naruto looked at her confused. Yes. She slipped the ring on her finger and assaulted his lips with hers, beginning a full makeout session. Sakura pulled apart from Naruto and looked at him with lustful eyes. Naruto-kun, I want you. Please. Sakura pleaded. Naruto grinned. Anything for you, Sakura-chan. Naruto kissed her and they vanished to their bedroom. Flashback end. Sakura smiled at what happened that night and looked at her ring finger. Then she grinned at the memory what happened a few weeks after. Flashback. Sakura shot up from the bed and ran into the bathroom and started puking into the toilet. Naruto got up worried about his fiancée before he checked to see if Kairi was alright, which she was. Naruto made his way to the bathroom and saw Sakura throwing up. Are you okay? Naruto asked, worried, rubbing her back. Yeah, my stomach just feels queasy. Must have been something I ate last night. Sakura threw up again. Babe, maybe you should go see Bachan. This isn't normal. You don't ever throw up the next morning when I cook. And I cooked last night. Naruto said. Okay. What are you doing? Sakura asked. Naruto was sniffing the air than her. You smell different. I don't know why, but it's different from before. Now I really think you should see Tsunade. Naruto stated. Sakura sighed before wiping her mouth. Okay, but she's gonna tell me I just ate something bad. Sakura smirked before brushing her teeth. Naruto nodded before going to get ready. Daddy, is mommy okay? Kairi asked, getting up. Naruto smiled at her. Yeah, she's okay. Go back to sleep. Naruto said. Kairi shook her head. I can't. I had another bad dream. Kairi frowned. Naruto picked her up and hugged her. What happened? Naruto asked. The moon. A monster was on the moon. It had an eye. Kairi said. The moon? Are you sure? Naruto asked. Yeah. The moon was looking down at me, and I heard a voice. But I can't remember. Kairi explained. Okay, what do you want to do today? Naruto asked, changing the subject. Can I spend time with you? Kairi asked. Naruto smiled. Of course. I can take a day off to be with my daughter. Naruto kissed her forehead. Morning, mommy. Kairi smiled, hugging her mother. Morning, sweetie. What are you guys gonna do today? Sakura asked. Me and daddy are going to hang out. Can you come too? Kairi asked. I'm sorry, hun. I have to go to the doctor and work. Tell you what, tomorrow we'll all hang out together, okay? Sakura smiled. Okay. Are you okay? You were throwing up. Kairi asked. Yes, I'm fine. Now go have some fun, okay? I'll see you later. Sakura kissed her forehead, then her soon-to-be husband. Tell me what happens later, okay? Naruto said. Yes, Naruto-sama. Sakura teased. Naruto rolled his eyes before flashing away. Sakura was sitting on the bed in the doctor's room. The door opened and Tsunade walked in. Okay, Sakura, tell me what's been going on? Tsunade ordered. Sakura nodded. Well, I've been having morning sickness lately, but after a few minutes it goes away. Also, it seems I have to sleep more and eat. Sakura explained. Tsunade took notes while nodding. Okay, Sakura, let me see your stomach. Tsunade said. Sakura nodded, pulling up her shirt for Tsunade to inspect her stomach. Naruto-kun thinks there's something wrong. I just say I've been eating something bad. Sakura smirked. You haven't been eating anything bad, Sakura. You're pregnant. Tsunade grinned. Sakura stopped breathing. She didn't blink. She didn't even move. Sakura, breathe. Tsunade ordered. Sakura took deep breaths. After a few minutes, she looked at Tsunade. What? Oh my gosh, how am I gonna tell Naruto-kun? Sakura panicked. Don't worry. You already helped take care of Kairi. So what's the problem? Tsunade asked. Well, I didn't think this would happen anytime soon. I still have a wedding to plan and Sakura started hyperventilating. Sakura, calm down. Everything will be fine. Just plan the wedding a little early. Tsunade said. Sakura, calm down a little bit. I have to tell Naruto. Sakura whispered. Naruto finally put Kairi to bed when Sakura came home. She looked stressed and tense. Hey, Sakura-chan, what's wrong? Naruto asked, seeing the distant look in the eyes he loved. Sakura didn't answer at first but looked up at him. Sakura, what's wrong? You're scaring me. Naruto asked.
Naruto, I'm pregnant.
Sakura said. Naruto gave a sigh of relief. That's why you're so upset. Like you said it was just, wait, what? Naruto asked. I said I'm pregnant. We're having a baby. Sakura smiled a little. Naruto nearly passed out, but Sakura caught him. Naruto shook out of his stupor and hugged her. Sakura-chan, this is great. I'm gonna be a father again. This is such great news. Naruto kissed her and all her troubles and doubts washed away. I love you, Naruto-kun. Sakura breathed. I love you too, Sakura-chan. Naruto replied. With that, the two had a make-out session but had to stop, remembering that Kairi was in their bedroom. Flashback end. Sakura finished drying and looked into the mirror to see her fox seal on her neck. After she was done brushing her teeth and brushing her shoulder-length hair, she walked outside to her bedroom and smiled at what she saw. Naruto was in the middle of the bed, the 6-year-old Kairi on his left. A 3-year-old boy with tamed long spiky blonde hair sleeping on his father's chest. Another 3-year-old boy looking like the other boy slept at the end of the bed. His hair was wild long spiky blonde hair. Sakura smiled at the memory of her 2 boys being born. September 24th. Flashback. Naruto, I'm gonna kill you. Sakura roared in pain, holding on to Naruto's hand, who was doing his best not to scream with her. I can see the head. Come on, Sakura, push. Tsunade ordered. What the hell do you think I'm doing? Aya! Sakura screamed, squeezing Naruto's hand tighter. HHH, Sakura-chan, that hurts. Naruto complained. Shut up, you big baby. Aya ha 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 ha. Sakura screamed. Come on one more time, Tsunade commanded. Sakura gave on more push and a baby's wail came into the room. Congratulations, you have a healthy baby boy. Rin grinned. We're not done yet, there's another, Tsunade said. What? Both parents demanded before Sakura started screaming. Come on. One more time, Tsunade ordered. Sakura pushed once more and another wail entered the room. Congrats, you have healthy twin boys, Rin said. Sakura was tired. Her pink hair stuck to her face thanks to the sweat. But she wanted to see her kids. As soon as they were in her arms, she started crying. They're so beautiful.
Naruto-kun. Naruto.
Sakura looked to see Shizune and Tsunade healing Naruto's broken hand. I'm fine. Just have a broken hand, nothing big. Naruto grinned. As soon as his hand was healed, he was by Sakura's side. Naruto took one of the boys. Hey kid, I'm your dad. Naruto grinned. The baby boy opened his eyes to show jade green eyes. Sakura-chan, he has your eyes, Naruto said. And this one has yours. I know what to name them. Naruto looked at her wondering what their names were. No one judge me for this. I already have Kairi, why not go all out? This one will be Sora Minato Namikaze. That will be Roxas Ryu Namikaze. Sakura smiled before falling asleep. Naruto looked at Tsunade to see if his wife was all right. She's fine, just tired. Tsunade answered, taking Sora from the sleeping Sakura. There was a knock at the door. Enter, Naruto said, rocking his newborn son. Itachi, holding Kairi's hand along with everyone else, walked in. Is it safe? Konohamaru asked. Moegi rolled her eyes. Of course it is, come on and meet your little brothers Kairi-chan. Naruto grinned. Kairi walked slowly over to her father. Naruto got on one knee and showed her Roxas, who was staring at her, then giggled, reaching for her. I think he wants you. Naruto smirked, handing Roxas to his sister. Kairi took him and looked at him with a smile.
I'm Kai.
Kairi grinned. The little boy giggled and reached for her hair. Naruto walked over to Tsunade and took Sora from her. Sora giggled, looking at Naruto. Hey Sora, do you want to meet everyone else? Naruto asked, showing the gang Sora. Hey Kono-kun, I want to have a baby. Moegi grinned, playing with Sora. Konohamaru paled. Are you sure? Konohamaru asked. Yup. Moegi nodded. Konohamaru sighed. Troublesome, he muttered. I agree. Shikamaru nodded before being smacked by Temari. Itachi was now holding Roxas with his niece in his lap. Itachi, Naruto called. Itachi looked up. I want you to be Sora and Roxas's godfather. Naruto grinned. Itachi's eyes widened. Are you sure? He asked. Yes, you have been with me since the beginning of this village. You helped me find a way to fight the Sharingan. You put your life on the line every day for this place. Sakura-chan agrees with me. We want you to be their godfather. So will you? Naruto asked. Itachi looked at the two twins. Yes, I would be honored. Itachi smiled. Temari, Sakura wants you to be their godmother. Will you? Naruto wondered. Temari was holding Sora and was shocked. Yes. Temari grinned. Then it's settled. Naruto grinned. Flashback end. Naruto stirred awake to see Sakura smiling at him. Morning, Sakura-chan. Naruto grinned. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Sakura grinned before kissing him. Next they knew a knock came from the front door. Come on in, Itachi, Naruto said. Itachi came in the room a few seconds later. His expression seemed troubled. What's wrong? Naruto asked. We just found out that Konoha forces are on their way here, Itachi reported. Who's leading them? Naruto yawned. Itachi was silent. Chapter 4. He's waited 3 goddamn years. 3. When he said 1. But things happened in those 3 years he won't forget. He was named the 7th Hokage of Konoha. His clan is well on its way of being reestablished. Now all he has to do is kill the dead last and his family. Yeah, he learned of the Dope's family. how he has 3 kids and the pink-haired whore for his wife. And he can't wait to hear him scream as he kills them then his retarded village. It will be well worth the wait. Lord Hokage, we are moving out. Sasuke's Umbu captain stated. Good. I'm moving on ahead, don't stay behind. Sasuke smirked before using Shushin. Naruto looked at Itachi with an emotionless face. Close the gates. I want everyone to be at home except for the Jonin who are able to fight. I want to speak with the council in 20 minutes. Naruto ordered. Itachi bowed before leaving. Naruto rubbed his temples in a frustration. Naruto-kun, I have some news. Sakura smiled. Despite this troubling news, Naruto grinned at his wife. What is it, Sakura-chan? Naruto asked. Well, I wanted to tell you last night when I got home, but you were already sleeping. But now I know for sure. Sakura grinned. Naruto cocked his head in confusion. I'm pregnant again. Sakura smiled. To say Naruto was happy was an understatement. He was overjoyed. Really? That's great. Naruto grinned, hugging his wife and the mother of his children. You seem to be taking this well. Sakura giggled. Well, of course. This is great. Naruto gave his foxy grin. Sakura giggled again, then kissed him. Dad? What's all the ruckus? Kairi asked sleepily. Your mother's having another baby. Naruto grinned. Really? Kairi grinned excitedly. Sakura nodded with a smile before getting hugged by her daughter. Naruto grinned, but soon the grin turned to a scowl which didn't go unnoticed by his wife. What's wrong, Naruto-kun? Sakura wondered. Sasuke, I can sense his ugly gay ass not far from here.
Ioch, Len, Trey.
Naruto called. 3 teenagers wearing Jonin vests appeared. Yes, Naruto-sama? Len asked. I want you guys and the rest of your team to watch over my family. Trey, I want you to send a message to the Sekires to watch over the Uchiha family. Yo announced to the village we are on lockdown, meaning no one is to go to school. Naruto ordered in his boss voice that woke the twins. Yes, sir. The 3 nodded before setting off. Naruto-kun, I'm worried about the kids, and you. Will you be okay? Sakura asked. I'll be fine. I won't make the same mistake of letting him live again. Konoha wants war? I'll give them war. Naruto growled before getting dressed. Mommy, what's going on? Where's Dad going? Roxas asked, rubbing his eyes. Daddy has to go meet an old friend. Go back to sleep, Sakura said. Roxas nodded before laying back down but couldn't when his twin jumped up excited. Dad's going to fight Hun Mom? Cool. I want to go. The 3-year-old Sora cheered. No, you are staying here with us. Right, Kairi? Sakura asked to see a zoned-out Kairi. Her eyes were distant till they seemed to come back into focus. Kairi, what did you see? Sakura asked. Daddy. Mommy, where is Daddy going? Kairi asked. Sakura didn't answer. Mommy? Kairi demanded. Sora looked between his mother and sister. He's going to meet Sasuke team. Sakura answered. Kairi seemed to calm down. Okay, she replied. Kairi, what did you see? Sakura wondered. The moon, she answered before lying back down. Sakura paled slightly before Naruto came back in the room fully geared. All right, I'll be back in a flash. Naruto grinned before he knew it, his lips were being crushed by Sakura's. Please don't die, Sakura begged. My promise of a lifetime. Naruto grinned. Sir, an unwanted guest is on the top of the Kage Tower. An Umbu reported. Naruto nodded, his eyes turned dark blue. I'll be there. I will come back, don't worry. Naruto smiled, kissing her forehead, then his kids. Kick his butt, Dad. Sora grinned. Naruto chuckled. I'll do more than that, son. Naruto smirked. I'll rip his damn throat out. Naruto roared in his head before flashing away, leaving his family alone. Sasuke sat patiently looking over the pathetic village. This will burn to the ground when I'm done with it, Sasuke muttered. Around him were 4 dead bodies of Umbu that tried to kill him. You know, dope, you don't have tight security. Sasuke smirked. Behind him was a glaring Naruto who was checking his dead Umbu. I let you in. Naruto muttered. Sasuke stood up and faced his rival. HN heard you got some little demon spawns running around. I have a wedding present for you and your bitch of a wife. Sasuke smirked, getting a demon death glare from Naruto. Sorry, did I hit a nerve? Sasuke smirked. You insult my wife and my kids, I will rip your heart out and feed it to my foxes. Naruto growled. You can't do that. I'm still your friend, remember? Sasuke smirked. No, my friend died when he left to go to the snake bastard. You killed him. So for revenge of my friend, I will kill you. Naruto glared. You will die by my hands. And once you do, I will awaken my Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke smirked. Don't you have to kill your best friend? I don't consider you my best friend. But I consider your brother as my best friend. Naruto smirked. Sasuke narrowed his eyes, his Sharingan blazing. I will kill you now, Sasuke. I have a family to look after. Naruto said, pulling out his three-pronged kunai. Sasuke charged a Chidori in his hand. I will end this now. Sasuke roared. He charged at Naruto but only saw an orange flash. Naruto was right behind him. Blood stained his kunai. Sasuke's neck spewed blood and he fell to his knees. I told you, you killed my friend, so I will kill you. Naruto said, walking off to end this attack. When he was about to leave, he heard a poof. He spun back to see no Sasuke and no blood. Sakura, Naruto whispered. Sakura was making breakfast for her kids and worrying over her husband. Hello, Sakura. Sakura tensed up and turned to see a smirking Sasuke holding a knocked-out Sora and Roxas. Kairi was at his feet, knocked out also. Sasuke, she breathed. Sasuke smirked.
I'm saddened, Sakura.
What happened to Sasuke-kun? Why would you want kids with the dead last demon? Sasuke demanded. Put my kids down now. Sakura lunged at him but was held back by another Sasuke. Now, Sakura, we don't want to wake the kids, do we? Sasuke whispered in her ear. Sakura trembled in fear of not being able to protect her kids. Let's go have some fun, You would like that, wouldn't you? To have your dream guy inside you. Sasuke licked her neck. Let me go. Sakura ordered, tears in her eyes. I don't think I will. You were mine from the start and always will be. But I'll have to punish you. Sasuke chuckled. He released her but snakes wrapped around her body. Let's see how the dope will react when he finds his wife enjoying her punishment in his bedroom. Sasuke smirked. They both walked to the bedroom and Sasuke pushed her down. Sasuke, please stop. Sakura cried. Sasuke smirked and got on top of her. You know you will enjoy this, Sakura. Tell me, do you scream my name when you're with Naruto? Sasuke wondered before kissing her collarbone. Naruto-kun, please help me. Sakura cried. He can't hear you. Sasuke smirked. He leaned in to kiss her lips when he was smashed against the wall. Sasuke stared into Naruto's demonic red eyes. I will kill you. You dare touch my mate and my kids. I will slit your throat. Naruto roared. Sasuke managed a smirk before he and Naruto disappeared in an orange flash. Naruto threw Sasuke to the ground. What's wrong, Naruto? I was just taking what was mine. Sasuke grinned. Sakura is mine. Naruto roared before charging Sasuke. Sasuke swung out his sword and tried to stab Naruto but missed. You bastard! Raisin Shuriken. Naruto threw the bladed Rasengan at Sasuke. The Uchiha barely dodged as the Rasengan exploded, nearly catching him in it. Naruto growled, his chakra cloak beginning to surround him. Sasuke went through hand signs before firing 3 fire dragons at Naruto. Naruto dodged the fire, his cloak at 3 tails and counting. I just have to wait till he's at 4 and he will lose control, Sasuke thought. Naruto skidded back to the ground on all 4s. He roared into the air, his tails growing faster till it hit 7. What? He's at 7 tails, how is he not transformed? Sasuke wondered, charging a Chidori. Naruto was looking more like a demon. His whiskers were darkened to the core, his canine teeth sharper than before. His eyes were blood red. His lips were black and his hair was orange. His cloak finally stopped bubbling. He was at 9 tails. In a quick burst, Naruto leapt for Sasuke, disappearing in a red flash. Itachi and the other Jonin were doing their best to hold off the army. When is Naruto getting here? Choji asked, knocking back a couple of ninja. Who knows? Fire style. Great fireball. Itachi blew out a giant ball of fire, burning the Konoha ninja headed his way. Everyone stopped once there was a red flash. Naruto in his nine-tailed cloak with 9 tails was crouched on Whirlpool's side, while Sasuke, full with cuts and bruises, blood on his body, stood on Konoha's side. Sasuke was glaring at Naruto, his Sharingan blazing. Naruto returned the glare, sending off killer intent. Naruto, let's end this. Sasuke roared, charging a Chidori in his good arm. Naruto didn't respond, he just crouched lower. Itachi, I will leave his eyes for you, Naruto stated. Itachi nodded. Sasuke charged at Naruto while Naruto stood there waiting. D! Sasuke screamed. He thrusted his arm forward but stopped. Naruto grinned evilly. His 9 tails stabbed Sasuke's body. 2 on his arms, 2 on his legs, 2 for his hands, 2 for his chest, and 1 that was inches from his head. Blood dripped from Sasuke's mouth. Naruto lifted his tails up, knowing full well he was dead, and threw Sasuke's body over to his medics. Take his body and transplant his eyes to Itachi's. Go! Naruto ordered. The medics nodded before Itachi and they took off. The Konoha ninja looked in horror as their 7th Hokage died to the demon Arashikage. Naruto wasn't done yet. His tails arched behind his back, a Rasengan forming at the core. The Rasengan became bladed and turned red, cloaked by red chakra. The Rasengan became bigger and bigger till the tails threw it at the enemy ninja. Tailed beast Rasenshuriken, Naruto yelled. The Rasengan whizzed to the middle of the army and exploded, burning everyone's skin and bones till there was nothing left but a destroyed battlefield. The Whirlpool watched in awe at their Yodame's power. Naruto's cloak faded away with him not having a scratch. It's over, for now. Chapter 5. Naruto flashed back home to see his wife crying while tending to their sleeping kids. Sakura-chan, Naruto called in a soft voice. Sakura looked at him. Her eyes were puffy from crying and she was shaking. She didn't even say his name, she just jumped crying into his shoulder. Naruto didn't know what to say, so instead he just held her tight, rubbing her back. Are they okay? Are you okay? Naruto asked. Sakura barely spoke. Yes, they are fine. Sakura whispered. I'm sorry I wasn't able to protect you. Naruto apologized. Sakura looked up at him and gave him a long passionate kiss that he returned. Where is he? Did he escape? Sakura nearly growled, but tears still stained her cheeks. No. I killed him. Itachi is getting his eye transplant now. Bachan, Shizune and Rin-Nichan are doing the operation. Naruto explained. Sakura simply nodded, her face blank. Naruto, you know I love you, right? You trust me, don't you? Sakura whimpered. Sakura-chan, I trust you with my soul. I know you love me. Don't let what Sasuke said scare you, okay? I love you forever. Naruto kissed her again. All Sakura's fears washed away when he said those words and didn't have to worry anymore. Mom, Dad. Kairi stirred awake. Naruto and Sakura were at her side in an instant. Are you okay, Kairi? Naruto questioned. My head kinda hurts, but I'll be okay. What happened? Our little brother's okay? Kairi demanded. Hey, what's going on? I saw Itachi Niken and then I fell asleep. Sora asked, sitting up. Kairi looked behind her to see Sora looking around while Roxas was rubbing his eyes. She hugged her brothers with all her might. Ow, Kairi, that hurts. Sora groaned. Naruto and Sakura hugged their kids with all their might, gaining another groan from Sora. After a few minutes, the kids were happily eating waffles while Naruto and Sakura checked up on the Jonin that were supposed to be guarding his family. Sakura narrowed her eyes to see that the 3 were unmoving. Aye! Sakura shouted. Wow, what happened? Yo wondered. Calm down, yo. Naruto said. What happened? Is everything okay? Len asked. No, Sasuke snuck in by putting a genjutsu on you 3. Naruto answered. The 3 Jonin looked dejected. We're sorry we failed you, Arashikage-sama.
Len Frovnet.
It's okay, Len. Go home, we will have a meeting in an hour and I need 3 bodyguards for your clan head. Naruto stated. The 3 nodded before running off. Naruto-kun, what are we going to do about Konoha? Are we gonna destroy it? Sakura wondered. That is what I was thinking, Sakura-chan, but what about the people who live there but have no choice? The ones with families. As much as I want to level the place, I can only blame it on the council and their Hokage. Naruto glared. Then what should we do about them? Sakura asked. I'll let the council decide that. Come on, let's go check on the kids. Naruto said. The kids finally finished eating and were now playing in the backyard with Naruto and Sakura watching them. Sir, Itachi-san's transplant is complete. An Umbu reported. Well, was it a success? Naruto asked. Yes, sir, 100%. It will be a total of 2 days of Itachi-san can regain his eyesight. Also, the council is ready to see you. The Umbu bowed before disappearing. Naruto and Sakura dropped the kids at Tenten's house so they could attend the meeting. When they arrived, Naruto sat in his seat with Sakura beside him. Instead of having one clan head, there was none. The Arashikage was able to open and close discussions if necessary, but they mostly talked about everything. Alright, we're here now to talk about the attack from Konoha and what we're gonna do about them. Naruto informed. Tsunade stood ready to speak. We have only few wounded. No casualties. The village was completely unharmed since the battle took place just by our border. Tsunade reported. That's great news. Now let's talk about what we're gonna do about them. Naruto said. Kiba slammed his hands on his table full of rage. I say we destroy those bastards. We gave them a warning that we would. I here call a vote of leveling the place till there's nothing left. Kiba raised his hand. Almost everyone raised their hand with the exception of the Namikes, Niji, Itachi's wife, and Kakashi. Listen guys, I totally agree with destroying the place, but what about the innocent people? Think about how many innocent people will die. The children who will lose their families. I say we call death upon the council men. I mean, it was them who declared war on us. Naruto stated. But what if it was the village itself? You have to think, Naruto, that Danzo has changed the village. And if Sasuke was Hokage, then they were probably all for it. They would follow that prick anywhere. Shikamaru stated. Clearly I am outvoted, but what would you do if your family was killed by some Unknown village? Wouldn't you want to declare revenge on them? Naruto asked. The council was quiet. Now do we vote to destroy Konoha or simply call death upon the council? And reinstate a new council to lead Konoha? Naruto asked. All for leaving Konoha alone and kill the council? Naruto raised his hand along with Sakura. Uchiha, Hatake, and Nara raised their hand. All for destroying Konoha? Naruto asked. The rest of the council raised their hands. It's decided then. Konoha will fall in 3 days. Is this meeting adjourned? Naruto asked. Niji raised his hand. Yes, Niji. Naruto asked. Well, Naruto, it's about the kids. I say we begin training for the ones who are ready. Niji said. Who do you have in mind? Naruto asked. My son, Kairi, and others. They may be only underage, but Itachi was only 7 when he passed his exams. Niji informed. Naruto looked over to his wife, who was deep in thought, then looked around to the others who were also deep in thought. Niji does make a point. I vote yes. Kiba stated. Slowly people started raising their hands. Irika-sensei, what do you think? Are there kids who you deem ready? Naruto wondered. Yes, more than there was in Konoha. I agree with Niji's plan. Irika smiled. Sakura-chan. Naruto asked, noticing she wasn't saying anything the whole meeting. Naruto-kun, as much as I want my kids to have a childhood, things are changing. Sora is showing much interest in training. I caught him a few days ago reading the Shadow Clone Jutsu scroll. And Roxas seems interested too. I think our children should be trained, along with the other children whose parents deem ready. If the parents want them to wait till they graduate, that is their decision, not ours. Sakura answered. Alright then, it's settled. Irika-sensei, I want you to speak to the parents about the talented kids. Give me a report on how many soon. Is this meeting adjourned? Naruto asked.
No.
What about Akatsuki? Kakashi asked. Naruto tensed. He forgot all about Akatsuki. When he was in Konoha, they only killed one, which was Sasori. He may be the only Jinchuriki left. I don't know, but I know the power I have right now isn't enough. After we handle Konoha, I will be training just in case Akatsuki does come for me. This village is my home and where I raise my children. I won't let my home become a target because of me, so there is no need to worry about it. Naruto grinned. Even though he couldn't hear them, there were silent sighs of relief. This meeting is adjourned, Naruto said. Naruto grabbed Sakura and they flashed in front of Niji's house. Sakura knocked and Tenten opened the door with a smile. Hey guys, how was the meeting? She asked. It was fine. Things are going to happen soon. How are the kids? Naruto wondered. Tenten grinned from ear to ear. Well, I had to take care of 2 Soras, she stated. So Roxas was following his brother's lead? Sakura grumbled. Nope, Roxas was just fine. I mean, I actually had to watch over 2 Soras. Tenten smirked. Naruto and Sakura got curious and walked in to see Kairi eating. Roxas taking a nap and Sora was nowhere in sight till someone bumped into Sakura's legs. Ow! Sora grumbled, rubbing his head. The 3-year-old looked up and grinned. Mommy! Sora jumped, wanting to be picked up. Sakura smiled at her hyperactive son and picked him up. Hey, I want to be carried too, another Sora complained. Naruto looked over his shoulder to see Sora pouting, then at his wife to see a grinning Sora. Wait, which one is the real Sora? Naruto wondered. Sakura knew what he meant. The 2 Soras grinned at each other. Kairi walked up to her mother and looked at Sora, then at the Sora on the ground. Neither of them are Sora. Kairi shrugged. All of a sudden, a 3rd Sora came from outside. Hey, that's my mom. Sora pointed. Naruto and Sakura looked at each other. That's Sora, they both stated. Sora ran at his dad and Naruto picked him up and put him on his shoulder. Sora, how did you do this? Naruto wondered. Well, me and Roxas were playing ninja and I sorta used the Shashadu. Shadow clone jutsu? Naruto finished. Yeah, that. Sora grinned. Sakura smirked. She put the Sora she was holding down and flicked his nose, making him dispel. Naruto followed her lead, flicking the Sora on the ground behind his ear, making him also dispel. Roxas woke up, rubbing his eyes. Sakura walked over to her sleepy son and picked him, kissing his forehead. Want to go home? Sakura asked her son. Yeah, Roxas said sleepily. Naruto grinned while Kairi was beside him. Thanks, Ten. Next time it'll be the other way around. Sakura winked. No problem. Tenten smiled, waving bye to the children who waved back. 2 figures took their time walking to Whirlpool. This time I won't fail him, the male stated. Shut up. Our job is to talk to him, not capture him. A woman informed. Well, that's stupid, him. We should at least kill Itachi for leaving Akatsuki. The man said. No. Our orders were just to talk to the Arashikage. See if we can get him on our side. The woman stated. Well, what if we see the 9-tailed brat? Should we capture him then? The man asked. No. If we talk with the Arashikage, maybe he would give up the 9 tails with some sort of bribe. Now shut it. I need to think. The woman growled. You are so bossy, Kagura. The man rolled his eyes. Shut up, Deidara. Kagura glared. Deidara shut up instantly and kept walking with his partner. Danzo sat in his old Hokage desk. Have we got any message from Sasuke yet? Danzo asked his assistant. No, sir. Instead, we got one from the Arashikage. His assistant handed him a scroll. Umbu, Danzo called. For Umbu appeared ready to strike. Danzo opened the scroll carefully and threw it as soon as something came out. His assistant nearly screamed when a severed head rolled to her feet. Danzo looked at the head and gasped. Sir, the note. One of the Umbu handed the scroll to him. Danzo narrowed his eyes at the scroll. Dear stupid, yes, I mean you, Danzo. I hope you like my little gift. Since he was your Hokage, I thought he should belong with you. Don't think about taking his eyes, Itachi already has them. I killed Sasuke, and I warned you what would happen if you didn't leave my home alone. So soon I will come personally and destroy Konoha. So just a heads up. Good riddance. Your hated enemy, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Yondaime Arashikage. Danzo threw the scroll across the room. Prepare for an attack. The Arashikage is coming to the village. Danzo ordered. Sir, what do we do with him? Another Umbu asked, referring to the severed head of Sasuke Uchiha. Burn it. Bury it, I don't care. Danzo barked. The Umbu nodded, picking up the head and dragging out the assistant. Just great, Sasuke. Your arrogance lead to Konoha's destruction. Danzo muttered. Naruto stood in front of his 3 kids, their eyes full of eagerness. Sakura was right next to him, holding his hand. All right, kids. The council just passed a law saying talented kids will be able to graduate early. Kairi, since you're already in the academy, that means if you can pass your test in 2 weeks, then you will officially become a genin. Naruto said. What about us, Dad? Sora wondered. Well, son, you guys aren't in the academy yet. But I can start training you depending on how big your chakra coils are. Naruto informed. Chakra wa? Sora asked. Baka. This is basically our chakra pool. If our chakra coils are big, that means we will be able to use lots of cool jutsus, right, Mommy? Roxas grinned. Very good, Roxas. Sakura grinned at her son while Naruto scratched his head. Well, yeah. Naruto said. Alright, the only way I can tell is by having Kyuubi do it for me. Naruto made his hand signs, then summoned the tailed beast. What is it, Kit? Kyuubi asked. Hey, I need you to tell me how big their chakra coils are. All of them. Naruto informed. Kyuubi nodded before looking at the 3 kids. His eyes widened when he got to Kairi. Kit, do you know she has a Kekai Genkai? Kyuubi wondered. Duh. Of course I do. This part of the Namikaze clan, right? Naruto said. That's not what I mean. Kairi has a Kekai Genkai that is similar to Haku. Kyuubi informed. Wait, she can use ice jutsu? Sakura asked. There's more to it than that, but I don't know the full story. She has a chakra pool as big as Sakura's when she was a teen. These 2, their chakra coils are almost as big as yours, Kit, and I mean now. That's also why I am shocked. They are only 3 yet have such big chakra coils. I doubt they will grow any more for now. I will inform you what I know of Kairi's mystery Kekai Genkai soon. And with that, Kyuubi disappeared in a ball of fire. Naruto looked shocked at his kids. So what did Kyuubi say? Sora asked, clueless of the conversation. Baka. It means we have as much chakra as Dad. Roxas grinned. You're right, let's get started. Chapter 6. Danzo was in his office with his 2 advisors Koharu and Hamura. He can't do that. What have we done to him that he would destroy us? Koharu demanded. Sasuke declared war on his village and none survived. Not even one. Danzo said. There has to be a way to keep the peace. What if we call the Kazekage? Hamura asked. Danzo shook his head. No, we can't do that. Danzo replied. Why not? Koharu demanded. Because 1, I declared war on Suna. 2, because he is friends with the Kyuubi child. Danzo answered. Well, offer him something. Let him come back to the village. Let him become Hokage, he always wanted that. Koharu suggested. You must be flat out stupid if you think he is going to take that. Someone in the shadows chuckled. Danzo narrowed his eye at the shadow. Who are you? Hamura demanded. From the shadows, a 9-tailed orange-reddish furred fox appeared. Kyuubi. Hamura and Koharu choked while Danzo tensed. Kit is the Arashikage of people who love and treat him with respect. Why would he want to come back to some rundown village with people who hate and spit on him? He wouldn't want his kids living like he did. Deep down, I can feel he wants to destroy this useless village. Kyuubi grinned. He has kids? Who would want to sleep with a demon? Koharu spat. She instantly flew back against the wall. If you dare disrespect Lady Sakura again, I will slit your throat. A human voice growled. Hamura and Danzo looked around the room to see nobody. Who's there? Danzo demanded. From the corner of the room, a boy with white hair and teal eyes appeared. His white hair made a single short bang that went above his left eye. He was wearing a black cloak that covered his body. You could see his sword sticking out of the cloak. "Who are you?" Hamura asked. "Kazuna. And that's all you're getting." Kazuna glared. "I see you are back from your mission, Kazuna. Was it a success?" Kyubi asked. "Yes, Lord Kyubi. I only came to speak with you since you weren't in the demon world." Kazuna bowed. "There is no need to bow to me. I just came to warn the Hokage, or what Kit is about to do." Kyubi snickered. "Oh, and what is Naruto gonna do?" Danzo challenged. "He is gonna erase Konoha from the face of this planet." Kyubi grinned, vanishing in a ball of flame. Kazuna disappeared in a swirl of ice. Koharu woke up from her nap while Hamura was stunned. Danzo sighed. "We are all doomed." Naruto carried his sons back to their rooms for a nap since they passed out from trying to climb a tree. "Naruto-kun, someone is here to see you," Sakura called. Naruto laid his boys down and walked out, leaving the door cracked. When Naruto walked into the kitchen, at the table was a Kazuna.
Naruto-sama.
Kazuna stood and bowed. "Kazuna, you're back. How was the mission?" Naruto asked. "A success, sir. I found the ruins like you asked me to, and Hachibi is the only Jinchuriki left. He wants to meet you," Kazuna reported. "Good work, Kazuna. I will have your pay by this evening. Would you like to stay for dinner?" Naruto asked with a grin. "Oh, I wouldn't want to intrude," Kazuna said. "It's okay, really. You deserve to take it easy for a little while." Naruto grinned. "Lord Naruto, we have some unwanted guests who want to talk to you," an Umbu reported. "Konoha?" Naruto asked, serious. "No, Akatsuki, sir. A man and a woman," the Umbu informed. "Sakura, I want you to watch the kids. Kazuna, you're coming with me," Naruto ordered. Sakura kissed her husband quickly. "Hurry back." Sakura smiled. "I will. Let's go." Naruto flashed into his office. Kazuna smirked before flashing away, also leaving a white blur instead of orange. Sakura blinked a couple of times before realizing what happened. "Looks like he mastered it." Sakura smiled. Naruto sat in his desk with his Kage hat on. It only showed his eyes and nothing else. Kazuna was in the shadows observing the upcoming meeting. Two people walked in the room, both with black cloaks and red clouds. "Akatsuki, what can I do for two S-rank criminals?" Naruto asked. They both took a seat in front of his desk. "We came to talk business. We hear that you hold the Konoha Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, correct?" Kagura asked. "Maybe. Is there a reason why you want him?" Naruto questioned. "Yes, our orders are to take him with us. We are here to offer you money. 500 million ryu for the Jinchuriki." Kagura smirked. That's a lot. But what if I take it and the Jinchuriki isn't here? Maybe he is somewhere else. Plus, what makes you think I would give him up?" Naruto wondered. "Well, I'm sure he is a nuisance to the village. Maybe the villagers want him out, Deidara smirked. "Let me tell you a little secret. Naruto is loved by everyone here. In fact, he is to become the Godame Arashikage." Naruto smirked. "Please, Lord Arashikage, if we don't get him, then your village is in danger," Kagura warned. Naruto sighed. "You won't be able to take him from me because—" Naruto pulled off his hat, revealing his face. "I'm the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki." Naruto smirked, getting a shocked expression from the two S-rank criminals. "You're coming with us willingly or kicking and screaming him?" Deidara smirked.
No.
Naruto smirked back. Kagura sighed. She stood up. "Come, Deidara, we're leaving," Kagura stated. "What? What about him?" Deidara demanded. "We're leaving him, but nobody said anything about destroying his village." Kagura smirked. Before Deidara could even smirk back, he was stabbed in the heart by Kazuna. "No one is blowing up anything," Kazuna stated. Kagura stared, not at her dead partner but the boy. She scanned his spiky hair and his teal eyes. She pulled off her hat, revealing her long white hair and teal eyes. Naruto looked between the both of them. "Crap. Naruto cursed inwardly. Kazuna wiped the blood from his sword and looked at Kagura. Big sister. Kazuna stated, his eyes showing disgust. So this is what happened to you, little brother? You became a whirlpool ninja? Kagura frowned. Yes. Now if you don't mind, I have to kill you. You are Akatsuki, so I won't let you have my Arashikage. Kazuna informed. I was just leaving. Kagura replied, leaving in a gust of wind. Kazuna sighed before looking down at his kill. Well, seems you will be getting extra pay. Naruto smirked. Kazuna nodded, not saying another word. Sensei, there is also one more thing I found out. Kazuna said. Naruto looked at him. Madara Uchiha is alive. He is also the true head of Akatsuki. Kazuna reported. Naruto's eyes widened. What? But Itachi told me. Naruto didn't finish, instead he stood up. Kazuna, I want you to help Sakura-chan train Kairi. She seems to have an Ice Kekai Genkai. And you're the only person I know who can use Ice Jutsu. Also, while I'm gone, teach Sora and Roxas. Naruto stated. Sir, where are you going? Kazuna asked. I'm going to train. Naruto stated. What? But sir, what about your family? What about the village? Kazuna asked.
I'm sorry, Kazuna.
But if I don't go, there won't be a village to protect. Between you and Itachi, I am naming you two my successors. Naruto stated. Sir, you can't. You have only been Arashikage for 5 years. You are staying, you can't just leave your family. What would Lady Sakura say? Kazuna asked. Naruto sighed. I guess you're right. I'm not ready to give up being Arashikage yet. And I don't want to leave them. But there has to be some way. Some way I can get more powerful. Naruto sat down. Kazuna looked at him. I'm not saying don't train. I'm just saying don't give everything up. Kazuna said. Naruto nodded. I think I have an idea. For us to get stronger. Naruto said. What do you mean by us? Kazuna raised a brow. Naruto smirked, beginning to tell his plan. Danzo sat there in his desk going over somethings. He couldn't tell the village of their demise, then that would mean they would leave and other villages would have their hands on Konoha people. Lord Hokage, we have terrible news. A ninja with blood trailing down his forehead barged in. What is it? Danzo wondered. The Akatsuki. They're here. The ninja cried. Danzo had his eyes widened and left the room. He nearly ran all the way down to the dungeons. When he stopped, his personal guards Toryun and Fu were guarding the door.
Danzo-sama.
They bowed. I need to make a connection, Danzo stated. The two nodded, opening the door. The room inside was a jail cell, except there was no bed, no toilet, nothing but a very frail old man who sat against the wall. Danzo walked in and nodded to Toryun. Toryun nodded back before making his way to the old man. The guard put his hand on the old man's head. The frail man started shaking before he came to a stop. The connection has been made, sir, Toryun reported. Danzo nodded before he brought his attention to the old man. What did you call me for, Danzo? The man asked. What is the meaning of this, Madara? Why are you sending Akatsuki here? Danzo demanded. Oh, by what do you mean? I sent them to help you. The man grinned, showing his blackened gums and teeth. Help? How are you helping me? Danzo wondered. Helping your destruction come quicker. I want to be the one to destroy Konoha, not some backwater Kage. I thank you for your help, Danzo. Hope you have a good time in hell. The old man laughed before slumping back. Sir, what are your orders? Fu asked. Get a messenger falcon, our fastest one. I want you to go into my office, and on my desk is red scroll, seal it, and send the falcon to Whirlpool. This is for the Arashikage. Danzo stated. Fu nodded before taking off. Damn you, Madara. Hopefully what I sent to Naruto will help him defeat you. I'm sorry I let you down, Minato. Danzo sighed before taking off to fight and protect his village. Naruto explained his plan to his wife with Kazuna standing behind her. Sakura sighed. Naruto-kun, this plan sounds great and all, but what about our future kids? Sakura asked, putting her hand on her stomach. Naruto's eyes widened. Crap, I completely forgot. What kind of father am I? Naruto thought. I'm sorry, Sakura-chan. I wasn't thinking. But I thought that there would be some kind of way. Naruto stopped when he saw Kairi looking at a photo album. Naruto walked towards her and broke into a cold sweat when he saw who she was looking at. Daddy, who is this? It seems like I've seen her. And you're in the picture. Kairi wondered. The picture was Cheyenne 6 months pregnant standing with Naruto on top of the Arashikage Tower. They both wore big grins. Naruto handed his arm around Cheyenne's shoulder. Kairi saw the sadness in her father's eyes and asked again. Daddy? Kairi asked. Naruto was silent for a long time. Tell her, Naruto-kun. I think she deserves to know. Sakura smiled. But what about you? Naruto whispered. What's going on? Kairi asked. Naruto sighed and sat down across from his daughter. Kairi, that is your biological mother. Cheyenne. Naruto answered. Kairi looked at Sakura, who also looked sad. But I thought mommy was my mommy. Kairi stated. Naruto shook his head. Sakura is your mother. But that woman in that picture is who gave birth to you. Naruto informed. Kairi had tears welling up in her eyes. But you're my real daddy, right? And little brothers are my brothers. Kairi asked, barely able to hold the tears in. Naruto choked. I'm sorry, Kairi, but I don't know who your real father is. But that doesn't change that I'm still the one who took care of you. I'm the one who comforted you when you had nightmares. As far as I'm concerned, I'm your father. Sakura-chan is also the one who took care of you also, so she is your mother. And the twins know that you're their big sister. So no matter what, you are still part of this family. You are Kairi Angel Namikaze, my daughter, Naruto explained. Kairi dropped the book and hugged her father with all her might.
I'm sorry, Kairi-chan.
Naruto whispered. I love you, Daddy. Kairi cried. I love you too, sweetie. Naruto kissed her forehead. The next day, Naruto woke up with Sakura on his chest, Sora's foot in his face, Roxas holding his leg, and Kairi between him and Sora. What is it, Kurama? Naruto yawned, careful not to wake his family. I came to tell you there is a way to get more power, but it will be challenging. Kurama said quietly. How long? Naruto asked. Well, it depends. Could go from 2 hours to 3 years. It's all up to you, Kyubi said. Unknown to them both, Sakura heard the whole conversation. She didn't want her husband to be gone for 3 years, but if it was to get stronger to protect them, then to hell with it. Go, Naruto-kun. But be safe, Sakura muttered. Naruto eyed her but sighed.
I'm sorry.
Naruto said. Sakura looked up and kissed him with all her might. Just be sure to make it back soon. Sakura giggled at his reaction. Train them. Make sure they get strong while I'm gone. It won't be long, Naruto said, packing his stuff 2 hours later. Sora and Roxas were eating while Kairi was reading a medical book. Dad, do you have to go? Roxas asked sad. Yeah, I want you to be there when I finally beat that tree. Sora grinned. Don't worry, Squirts, I won't be long. But while I'm gone, take care of your mother and sister. Naruto gave his foxy grin, which Sora returned. Roxas, however, looked down with a frown. What's wrong? Naruto asked. Well, I just don't know if I can help. I'm barely keeping up with Baka over there, Roxas said, getting a funny face from his brother. Listen, don't sell yourself short. I believe you can do it. But you have to believe in yourself too, Naruto said. Okay, I'll miss you, Dad. Roxas grinned. I'll miss you guys too. Naruto hugged his sons and kissed his daughter's forehead. Kazuna was sitting quietly outside in the backyard meditating. Sakura was also meditating but smiled when she sensed her husband walking up to them. Well, I'm about to go. Are you sure I should go? Naruto asked. Of course, Baka. I can handle myself. Sakura grinned. I know you can. But don't worry, Sensei. I will protect Lady Sakura. Kazuna spoke with a smirk. Naruto sighed before nodding. I'm ready, Naruto, a voice said. Naruto looked behind him to see Itachi behind him. All right. Did you tell Shikamaru he is my substitute? Naruto asked. Yeah, he said it will be troublesome, but he'll get it done. Tamari is making sure he does. Itachi smirked. All right, whatever this place Kurama is taking us will help our training. Naruto nodded. Sir. Message. A ninja threw him the scroll before taking off. Naruto eyed the scroll before looking at it. He opened it and 2 scrolls fell into his hand. Naruto eyed the scrolls before reading the letter. Dear Naruto, I know I am not your favorite person in the world, but I was your father's. Before the Chunin exams, I trained your father. These scrolls are forbidden jutsu that Madara must not get his hands on. Your father perfected the Hiraishin no Jutsu, and these are his 2 forbidden scrolls about how to use it in its ultimate form. I'm sorry it had to come to this. If I knew you were the son of Minato, I wouldn't have treated you with so much disrespect. Your father was the one who saved me from my darkness. But when he died, I plunged back down. Konoha was destroyed by Akatsuki. You are the world's last hope. I hope you succeed. Danzo. Naruto sighed. What is that, Naruto-kun? Sakura asked. It's a letter from Danzo. Konoha was erased. These 2 scrolls are the perfect form of Hiraishin. Danzo wants me to learn these jutsu to defeat Madara. We have to go. Naruto kissed her forehead. Kyuubi appeared. You ready, Kit? Kyuubi asked, looking at both Itachi and Naruto. The 2 nodded. Chapter 7. Naruto and Itachi were currently meditating under a waterfall in a jungle. Kyuubi was watching them concentrate. Flashback. 3 all walked up to the waterfall and the 2 ninja looked at Kyuubi. This is the waterfall of purity. Sit under the water, concentrate, and you will have to face all your fears. Once you have tamed them, we can move on. Flashback end. Naruto took another deep breath.
Naruto-kun.
A sweet voice called. Naruto opened his eyes to see his wife. Sakura-chan. Naruto asked. Sakura smiled, but this wasn't the smile fell in love with. No, this smile was full of hatred. There is something I always wanted to tell you, Naruto-kun. Sakura said sweetly. Naruto stared at her, waiting. I don't want to hear it. Go away. Naruto ordered, his voice calm. You would turn down your wife? But I thought you loved me. Sakura said, hurt. Yes, I love my wife, Sakura. You are not her. So don't come and act like it. Leave. Naruto growled. Sakura smiled once more, but Naruto could tell this one was real. Good luck, Naruto-kun. Love you. Sakura kissed his forehead before fading away. I love you too, Sakura-chan. Naruto whispered. Itachi opened his eyes to see his younger brother. Itachi, why? Why did you do it? Sasuke cried.
Sasuke, I'm sorry.
Itachi apologized. Saying sorry won't bring them back. Sasuke yelled, tears streaming down his eyes. Sasuke, I had a reason. Please just listen. Itachi pleaded.
No.
I won't. Sasuke said, his voice deep. In a flash, the 8-year-old Sasuke was now the power-hungry 21-year-old Sasuke. You killed them for your own gain. That is unforgivable, and I will never forgive you. Sasuke charged, a Chidori in his hand. Leave, Sasuke. A voice said. Sasuke faded away. Itachi turned his head to see Naruto with a grin. Don't worry, Itachi. It wasn't your fault. Naruto reassured. But I let him down. He died with darkness still in his heart. I couldn't save him. Itachi stated. No one could. It was Sasuke's choice to go into darkness. Sasuke could have moved on. But he didn't. You should have no regrets, just like how he didn't. Naruto explained. Itachi took another deep breath, his emotions in check. Naruto gave one more grin before fading away. Kyuubi saw everything. From when Sakura appeared to when his kids died right in front of him. For Itachi, Sasuke appeared to when the new light in his heart was sent into darkness by Madara. They both opened their eyes, fear no longer in their hearts. You finished the first step of training. Come with me, Kyuubi commanded. Naruto and Itachi nodded, grabbing their stuff before following Kyuubi. Once they arrived, there was a cave with 2 stone foxes standing guard. In the cave, they only saw darkness. Kurama, what is this place? Naruto asked. This is the frozen time cave. Once you enter you will begin training. In the cave time is different. 1 hour here is 2 days in there. 1 day out here is 1 year inside. We will train for a total of 5 days. In there it will be 5 years. Are you ready? QB asked. The two nodded before walking into the dark cave. It was 5 minutes before they found light. Once they entered there was nothing. Literally nothing but white space. What is this place? Naruto wondered. That cave was a path to another dimension. So shall we begin training? We will start by conquering Main Chakra. That will take some time but it will be done. Itachi, you will be training with your new Sharingan. Let's begin. Sakura watched her sons fall down onto the ground. She hated to see her sons fall and she couldn't nothing about it. Why did I choose this? They're only 3. Yes, but the wanted this. They also chose it. Inner Sakura mentioned. Yes, but I can't stand seeing them get hurt. Well, you're gonna have to get over that. They will be going on missions when they are ninja. Their lives will be in danger constantly. Their lives were in danger the moment they were born. Sakura replied. Does that change the way you feel about Naruto-kun? Never. I love Naruto with my soul. I just hate to know that my family will always be in danger. Sakura explained. Well, how do you think Naruto-kun feels? He's gone off training leaving us here. You saw the look in his eyes when he was leaving. He didn't want to leave you, because he would regret it if anything happened. Inner said. YOSH. I did it. I can climb the tree. Roxas grinned. Sakura snapped out of her concentration to see her Roxas on the top of the tree. Great job, sweetie. Now come back down. Sakura called. Okay, Mom. Roxas grinned, running back down. Sakura glanced to see Sora glaring at the tree. Sora, what's wrong? Sakura asked. How come Roxas can climb this baka tree but I can't? Sora pouted. Sakura looked around to see Kairi leap back down, cutting her tree. Well, it seems your brother has my chakra control ability, Sakura said. Sora looked at her confused. What? He asked. Sakura sighed. When me and your father were just genin, we had to do this too with our teammate. I was the first one to climb the tree because my chakra control was excellent. Your father had a hard time because Kurama wasn't helping him control his chakra at the time. Sakura explained. So does that mean I can't climb the tree? Sora wondered. No, it means you're gonna have to try even harder. If you put too much chakra into the tree, you fly back. If you put less chakra, you slide off. You have to find the right balance. Sakura informed. Sora stared at the tree for a little while. When is Dad coming home? He asked, sadness in his voice. Sakura frowned but sat down next to her son. He'll be back soon, Sakura answered. How long is soon? I want him to come back, Sora stated. Sakura looked at him with sad eyes. I want him to come back too. You miss him a lot, hun, Sakura said. Sora nodded, looking back at the baka tree. Tell you what, if you can climb this tree before he gets back, I'll make you ramen for 2 whole days. Sakura grinned. Sora turned to her with a shocked face. 2 days? Really? You promise? Sora demanded. Yup, but you have to climb this baka tree. Sakura grinned. Sora jumped up, his mood changed. I'll climb this tree, believe it. Sora grinned. Sakura smiled and kissed his cheek. Good luck. Sakura giggled. Sora grinned before focusing his chakra. The pink vixen turned her head towards her daughter, who was panting. I'm almost there. If little brother can do it, then I can too. Kairi stated, determination clear on her face. Hold on second, dear, Sakura ordered. Kairi stopped and looked at her mother, curious. What's wrong, Mom? Kairi asked. Sakura walked up to her and placed a hand on her shoulder. How much chakra are you putting in? She asked. Kairi thought a little bit before answering. Well, not too much or too less. But it doesn't seem to be enough. Kairi answered. I want you to try and go 7 seconds of focusing your chakra. Once that time passes, run up the tree, Sakura said. Kairi nodded before focusing her chakra. Her mother watched her and was counting in her head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go! Sakura ordered. Kairi shot her eyes open and charged the tree. She ran up with speed and passed her last mark. She kept running till she had to fall. Kairi pulled out her kunai and slashed the tree and flipped back to the ground. See, you nearly had it. You just have to keep a calm mind and focused on the task at hand. Sakura smiled. Right? Thanks, Mom. Kairi grinned. Sakura grinned back before heading inside where Roxas was taking a nap. Looks like the training tired him out. Sakura smiled. She picked him up and walked to the twins' room. She laid him down on the bed with green covers. Before she left, Roxas stirred awake. Mommy, when is Dad coming back? Roxas asked, half asleep. Sakura turned around. He'll be home soon, Sakura said. Oh, okay. Roxas yawned before going back to sleep. Sakura kissed his forehead before walking out the room. I hope you come home soon, Naruto-kun. Naruto was currently standing in front of a man and woman. The man looked just like him without his whiskers. His jacket was white with red flames instead of orange with black flames. His eyes were sapphire, shining brightly. The woman had long, beautiful red hair. She had dark blue eyes, but instead of sadness, they were filled with joy.
Helai, Naruto-kun.
The woman smiled. Mom? Dad? Naruto asked, his eyes trying to hold back tears. You've gotten tall, son. What, we don't get a hug? The man grinned. Naruto tackled his parents, embracing them into a hug. I've wanted to see you for a long time now. To talk to you guys. Naruto sobbed. Well, we have all the time in the world right now. Kushina smiled. Yeah, but first we want to know, are you happy? Are you having a good life? Minato asked. Yup, I'm the Arashikage. The Arashikage? But Whirlpool was destroyed before you were born, Kushina informed. Yeah, but I rebuilt it with my friends. I'm the Yondaime. Ironic Hun. Naruto grinned. What about being Hokage? Minato asked. Well, I was banished 6 years ago. Banished? For what? What reason do they have of banishing you? Kushina demanded, her hair floating up looking like 9 tails. Well, they banished me on losing control of the Kyuubi, attacking a fellow Konoha Nin to near death and killing a valuable S-rank ninja. Naruto rolled his eyes. Who were these ninja? Minato asked. The Konoha ninja was my old teammate Sasuke Uchiha. He left the village for the S-rank ninja I and Pervy Sage killed. Orochimaru. Sasuke became a missing ninja when he left, but when I bring him back they re-established him as a Konoha ninja. When they were giving me my punishment, Pervy Sage. Who's Pervy Sage? Kushina asked. Oh, Jiraiya. Naruto answered. Damn it, Gaki. Now I won't hear the end of it. A voice cursed. Naruto turned around to see Jiraiya grinning at him. Pervy Sage. Naruto hugged. It's nice to see you too, Naruto. Jiraiya smirked. Jiraiya-sensei? Why are you here? I thought you were still alive. Minato said.
No.
When I tried to help out Naruto, they executed me right in front of him. Jiraiya frowned. It made me lose control of Kyuubi again, making them want to banish me more. The whole village decided it. Well, except for Rookie 9. Naruto smirked. What happened after I left? How's Tsunade? Jiraiya asked. Why don't we take this somewhere more comfy? Kushina smirked. The white space suddenly changed into the Namikaze's living room that was in Konoha before it was demolished. The group sat down on the couch. The elders stared at Naruto, asking him to continue. Well, Bachan is fine. She is one of the head medics in Whirlpool. She misses you a lot, Pervy Sage. Naruto mentioned. What? She didn't stay as Hokage? Jiraiya asked.
No.
She was kicked out of office by Danzo. He became the Rokudaime Hokage. Naruto answered. Naruto looked to his father, who was quiet. Dad, is it true that Danzo trained you before the finals of the Chunin exam? Naruto asked. Yes. Sensei was sent out on a mission so he couldn't train me. Danzo trained me instead. Apparently I was a big impact on his life. I took him out of his darkness. Minato stated. He said when you died he went back in. Naruto informed. Oh well. How is Konoha? I bet it's hell, hun. Minato smirked. Well, it was. Till it was wiped of the planet. Naruto shrugged, getting shocked expressions from his parents and sensei. What? Naruto asked. You destroyed Konoha? Kushina asked. Well, I was. But Akatsuki got to it first. Naruto scratched his head sheepishly. Akatsuki? Did they know you weren't in the village? Jiraiya asked. No, they knew. Madara Uchiha just wanted to destroy for the hell of it. Naruto replied. So he is alive. Minato muttered. Naruto looked at his father confused. You knew? Naruto wondered. It was only a guess. But when you were born, Madara is the one who attacked Konoha. He was controlling Kyuubi to destroy it. I fought him to stop him, but by the time I beat him, Konoha was already getting wrecked. Minato explained. Enough with this dark past. I want to know what's going on now. Kushina stated, looking at her son for answers. Well, I'm married and you guys have 3 grandchildren and 1 on the way. Naruto grinned. I'm a grandmother? Yes. Kushina squealed. So who are you married to? Jiraiya smirked. Sakura-chan. Naruto smiled. Sakura? As in Sakura Haruno? Minato asked. Yeah? You know her? Naruto asked. Of course we know her. She's our godchild. Her father Ryu was my best friend and her mother Sakuhi was your mother's. Minato grinned. Speaking of those 2 lovebirds, how are they? Kushina wondered. Well, I don't know much, but Sakura's dad died when Kyuubi attacked and her mother died on a mission. Naruto informed. Minato and Kushina looked sad for a moment before Jiraiya changed the subject. So who are the kids? He asked. Well, the oldest is my daughter who is 6. Her name is Kairi. She has dark maroon hair. She's my adoptive daughter. Naruto frowned. Adoptive? Do you know her real parents? Minato asked. Yeah, I knew her mother. She was one of my good friends. Her name was Cheyenne. She was a priest in Demon Country. She was to be married, but one of the ninja who guarded her raped her and killed her fiancé. The council banished her for having sex before marriage. She found me in Whirlpool when I was being named the Arashikage. At the time she was 4 months pregnant, but I took care of her the rest of time. Naruto explained before he got really sad. She died a few hours later after labor. She loved Kairi with all her heart. She asked me to take care of her and I did. Naruto gave a small smile. Does she know? How is she dealing with Sakura? Kushina asked. Yes, she does know. I told her a few days ago. She loves Sakura. In fact, to her, Sakura is her mother and Sakura loves her too. The other kids are twins. Sora Minato Namikaze and Roxas Ryu Namikaze. Naruto grinned. Minato grinned too, hearing his name. Sakura-chan says Sora acts just like me. In fact, he even kinda looks like me. His hair is wild, his smile is bright, and he has my eyes. Roxas is kinda like me, but more like Sakura. He is smart for a 3-year-old. His nickname for his brother is Baka. He has Sakura's green eyes. His hair is a little longer than Sora's, but more tamed. Naruto explained. He then remembered the picture of his family in his wallet. He pulled it out and showed it to his parents and sensei. Kushina cried tears of joy of seeing the happy family. Naruto had his arm around Sakura lovingly with a grin. Sora was grinning on top of his father's head. Roxas was on his mother's shoulder while Kairi was standing in between her parents with a happy smile. We took that picture a couple months ago. I am happy with my life. I have my dream girl as my wife and have 3 kids that I love with all my heart. Naruto smiled. Minato was at a loss for words. He stared at the picture for a long time. Hey Gaki, why are you here anyway? You're not dead, are you? Jiraiya asked. He better not. He has 3 kids and 1 on the way. If he is dead, I'll kill him even more. Databeo. Kushina glared. No, I'm not dead. I actually am training. I needed to lock away Kyuubi's in chakra to make it my own. I finished, but then I ran into you guys. Naruto explained. You're not done yet, Kit. You still have to see the rest of the people who give their power to you. Kurama stated, fading in. Minato and Kushina looked at Kyuubi wearily while Jiraiya and Naruto acted like it was nothing. What do you mean? Naruto asked. Follow me, Kyuubi ordered. Naruto nodded, following his main summon. The others followed too. Naruto opened the front door to see lots of people he encountered over the years. There was Zabuza and Haku, Inari's family, the Utakata and Fu, the third Hokage, Sakura's mother who was grinning at him, and many more. But the person who stood out the most was Cheyenne.
Naruto-kun.
Cheyenne smiled. Cheyenne. Naruto gasped, hugging her. It's good to see you too, Baka. How is Kairi? Is she okay? Cheyenne asked, worried. She is fine. She is surrounded by love everywhere. Naruto smiled. Cheyenne took a deep breath. Well, as long as she's happy. Cheyenne grinned. She loves you, you know that, right? She wants to know more about you. Naruto informed. Well, I want to know more about her. I'm just happy to know my daughter is living a good and happy life. Cheyenne smiled. Naruto hugged her one more time before someone tapped his shoulder. Naruto spun around to see a 16-year-old Sasuke. Dope. Sasuke smirked. Sasuke? But how? Naruto asked. Well, dope, I died to you when you brought me back. The evil in my heart killed the rest of my light. I know of my kids. Are they okay? Sasuke asked. Naruto stared at him to see that Sasuke was actually worried about his children. Well, I don't know about your sons. But your daughters have activated their Sharingan and are friends with my daughter. They are happy with their mothers. Naruto smiled. Sasuke nodded. And Itachi? He asked. Just fine, little brother. Itachi said, appearing. Itachi, what are you doing here? Naruto asked. Well, I decided to check on you. You've been in a meditative state for 2 hours now. Itachi informed. Naruto grinned sheepishly before turning back to Sasuke. I'm glad to know you are okay, Sasuke. Naruto smiled. Even though you pissed me off and annoyed the hell out of me, I always thought of you as my brother. You have my blessing, Naruto. Sasuke smiled, tapping Naruto's forehead like Itachi did to him when he was younger. Sasuke smirked before fading away with Itachi. You also have our blessing as well, Naruto. Haku said, stepping up. Thanks, Haku. Naruto grinned. Just make sure my sword is taken care of. Zabuza smirked. Yes, sir. Looks like you did get to follow Haku-hun. Naruto grinned. Zabuza smirked but nodded. Take care of my daughter and grandkids. Sakuhi bopped his head like Sakura did. Sure. Naruto grinned. All the other people grinned at Naruto, giving him their blessings. We are proud of you, son. Minato stated with a grin. Naruto turned to his parents. We are very proud. We are sorry we couldn't be there for you. Kushina frowned. I'm proud to call you my student, even if you are a gaki. Jiraiya smirked. Naruto hugged his parents and his godfather. I'll miss you guys. Naruto sobbed. We'll miss you too. Kiss my grandchildren for me. Kushina kissed her son's forehead. Be the best Arashikage. Minato grinned. Make sure you buy my books. Jiraiya grinned before being elbowed by Kushina. Say something else. Kushina growled. Finishish. Tell the old woman I love her and always will. Bring true peace to the world. Jiraiya smiled. I will, pervy. Jiraiya-sensei. Naruto grinned. Now that's more like it. Now all I have to do is wait for the 72 virgins. Jiraiya giggled before fading away. We better go too. Minato said. Before you two go, I wanted to let you all know before the pervert left that you have given Naruto more than just your blessing. You have given him power than anyone else. If Naruto is in trouble, you three and Sasuke will be able to back him up. So this won't be the last time you will see each other. Kyuubi explained. What makes us so different? Kushina asked. Because Naruto has made a strong bond with you four. Sasuke because he thinks of as a brother, Jiraiya because he trained with for 3 years, you two because you are his parents. Kyuubi informed. They nodded in understanding. We will see you soon, son. We love you. Kushina and Minato grinned, hugging him before fading away. I love you guys too, Naruto whispered, wiping away his tears. Are you ready to start the real training? Kurama asked. Yeah. Madara won't stand a chance. Naruto grinned. Naruto opened his eyes to see Itachi training with 3 of himself. Itachi has already started. We should too, Kyuubi said. Naruto stood. He closed his eyes, focusing his chakra. Once he opened them, his body looked like it was made out of yellow flaming chakra. He looked like the Sage of 6 Paths. Let's get started. Chapter 8. During the 5 days their father has been gone, Sora and Kairi finished climbing the tree that night when their mother gave them a pep talk. After the tree climbing, Sakura trained them how to walk on water. She would do more, but she has to watch what she's doing. Hey Mom, is Dad coming back anytime soon? Sora asked, finishing his waffles. I don't know, sweetheart. But he will be home soon. Sakura gave a half-hearted smile. The kids finished their breakfast and went outside to continue their training. She grabbed the plates and started washing them when she was grabbed by the waist. Hello, Sakura-chan. Naruto kissed her neck.
Naruto-kun.
Sakura asked, turning around to see her husband. Naruto was a little taller, but what was really different was his hair. It was longer and more wild. His sky-blue eyes were the same, still holding the love much to Sakura's liking. She crashed her lips against his and he didn't fight back. They had to pull apart to catch their breath. I miss you, Naruto-kun. Sakura cooed. I miss you too, Sakura-chan. 5 days away from you is like 5 years. Naruto grinned, bringing his lips together with hers. After they familiarized with each other, Naruto went to go see his kids that he also missed. He was amazed when he saw Sora and Roxas sparring on the water. Kairi was running laps on the water. Hey kids, Naruto grinned. The 2 boys stopped what they were doing just like Kairi. Dad, they yelled in unison, charging him. Naruto picked up his boys and put them on his shoulder. He hugged his daughter close. Dad, did you get stronger? Well, did ya? Sora demanded. Baka, let him speak. Roxas scolded. Naruto grinned at his sons. Yup, I've gotten way strong. Naruto grinned. Show us, Kairi ordered, practically jumping. Are you sure? Naruto smirked. Yeah, they all yelled. Okay, Naruto shrugged. He put his sons down and concentrated. When he opened his eyes, they were red with Kyuubi slits. The whiskers on his cheeks were thicker and rectangular. Not to mention he looked like he was on fire. But this fire was yellow. He had horns coming from his forehead. His sandals grew to boots. His short-sleeved cloak were made into longer sleeves and had black giant circles on the shoulders. From the circles were black lines that traveled around his cloak and his hands letting a black circle on his palm. His shirt had a big whirlpool symbol on his stomach. A necklace also hanged from his neck. Wow, that's so cool. Sora gawked. Sakura was also amazed at his new form. This is Kyuubi chakra mode. It gives me amazing speed, incredible power, and I can sense negative emotions. Naruto grinned. Wow, Dad, can you stay like that for a long time? Roxas asked. Yup, at first I could only stay for 5 minutes. But now I can stay for at least a week, maybe more. The place I trained at, its time was different from this dimension. Naruto explained. Hey, Dad can be like that too? Sora wondered. I don't know. Probably, but you will only be level 1 since you 3 only have a little Kyuubi chakra. Naruto informed. Well, I'm gonna train hard to be like that, Sora declared. Kairi was taken back by her father. He seemed invincible, like no could ever beat him. She hoped that was the case. I'm proud of you 3. Naruto grinned, going back to normal. His kids looked at him confused. You 3 were also able to get stronger while I was gone. You were able to climb that tree and walk on water with ease. And you guys aren't even genin yet. Tell me, is it easy to walk on water or do you still need work? Naruto asked. Yeah, it's real easy now. Sora grinned. Ya dad no sweat. Roxas grinned. I want to learn more. Kairi smiled. Naruto looked to Sakura for an answer. She walked over to him and smiled. It is easy for them now, Sakura stated. Naruto nodded. Do you think they are ready for the family jutsu? Naruto asked. Sakura thought about it for a little bit. As long as I can learn it too, yes. Sakura grinned. What? I haven't taught it to you yet. Naruto asked shocked. Nope. We never had the time to. Sakura mentioned. Well, what about the baby? Naruto asked, not forgetting his forechild. Well, I'm only 2 weeks. I'll be able to learn it with no sweat. Sakura reassured. The kids were dying to know what their parents were talking about but waited till Naruto told them. Kazuna, I know you're here too. Naruto called. Kazuna came out of the trees with a sheepish grin. Since I already taught you Hiraishin, I will teach this to you also, just like I taught Itachi. Naruto stated. What are you talking about, Dad? Sora demanded. Naruto took a deep breath. The Rasengan. It's our family jutsu. Only a few people out of our family knows it. Itachi and Jiraiya. Kazuna will be the third. Naruto informed. Is it that blue sphere you hold in your hand? Kairi asked, familiar with the jutsu. Yes, Kairi. The Rasengan is a jutsu that your grandfather, the Yondaime Hokage, created. My godfather was the first person your grandfather taught it to outside the family. Jiraiya taught me the Rasengan. I taught Itachi the Rasengan, and now I'm teaching you 5. Naruto explained, hold out his hand to form the Rasengan. The blue orb formed in his hand and it made Sora go mad. That's so cool. Sora gawked with a grin. Naruto smiled at his son's joy. To learn the Rasengan you must go through 3 tests. 1 is popping the water balloon. 2 is popping the rubber ball. 3 is giving the Rasengan a shape. You spin your chakra inside a balloon. If you can create a Rasengan, I will pass you 3 to be Genin. Naruto explained. How long did it take you to learn it, sensei? Kazuna asked. It took me a week. Naruto answered. He created a shadow clone and ordered it to buy lots of rubber balls and balloons. Lots of balloons. Once he comes back, I will show you the first step. Naruto smiled. Once the clone came back, it dispelled itself. Naruto filled 1 balloon with water and held it in his hand. Okay, the goal is to pop the balloon. You want to spin it to whatever direction your hair goes. Mine is the right, so I will spin the water to the right with my chakra. Look. Naruto held the balloon in his hand. Everyone watched as the balloon started getting bumpy till it popped. See? Here, you guys try. Naruto handed a balloon to everyone. Sakura held the balloon and tried it. Naruto expected her to be the first to pop the balloon. It was getting bumpy and stretching till it popped. I did it. Sakura grinned. I did it too. Sora grinned. Naruto and Sakura looked at him shocked. Do it again, son, Naruto said. Sora shrugged before grabbing another water balloon. He closed his eyes to concentrate. The balloon was getting wobbly, then it expanded, shooting out everywhere till boom. See, I'm ready for the second test. Sora grinned. Well, I will give you and your mother the second test after you pop all your water balloons. By popping the rest you get familiar and you won't have to concentrate as much. Naruto explained. Sora groaned while Sakura nodded. The 2 started their training while the other 3 were still trying to figure it out. Naruto decided he needed to check in at the office to let Shikamaru know he was back. Shikamaru was busy filing stamping reports of D and C rank missions. Hey Shika! Naruto greeted, flashing in, nearly giving his friend a heart attack. What the hell, Naruto? You can't just pop in like that. Could have killed me. Shikamaru scolded. Naruto rolled his eyes. Whatever. Anyway, any news? Naruto asked. Yeah. I sent a squad out to Konoha to scout out like you told me to. There is nothing but ruins. There were no people either. Do you think some of them escaped? Shikamaru asked, worried for his parents. I don't know. But whoever did this is gonna have to hear from Kiba. Naruto smirked. Why? Shikamaru wondered. Because Kiba wanted Whirlpool to destroy Konoha. Did we get any messages? Naruto asked. Shikamaru nodded. Yeah, lots. They were from Suna, Kumo, Kiri, and even IWA. but most of them were from our allies. I left the big ones to you, but it seems Princess Kazuhana is having a grand ball and has invited your family to attend along with Kakashi. Shikamaru reported. Naruto nodded. Well, I'll ask Sakura-chan. Naruto said. Oh, you also got a letter from Demon Country. Shikamaru glared, handing the letter to him. Naruto eyed it before taking it. He opened the letter and started to read it. Dear Naruto Namikaze, we have found out that Lady Cheyenne has had a daughter. Since Lady Cheyenne was born in Demon Country, her daughter belongs here. Our priestess has passed away and we need a young one. If you would please contact us about Lady Cheyenne's daughter, that would be great. Demon Country Council. Naruto finished reading the letter and was boiling in rage. They want to take her away? She isn't their property. When they banished Cheyenne, that also meant banishment for Kairi too. They can't do this. They won't take my daughter away from me. Naruto growled, his eyes turning red. They won't, Naruto. They will just have to know what was the consequences of banishing Cheyenne. Shikamaru reassured, calming his friend down. Naruto took a deep breath, leaving fox mode. How was your training? Shikamaru asked, changing the subject. It was fine. Itachi and I got a lot of work done. Let me see those other letters from the nations. Naruto asked. Shikamaru nodded, opening the drawer and pulling out 4 letters. Naruto decided to read Gaara's letter first since he was friends with him. Naruto, I'm sure you have heard that Konoha was wiped out, correct? Well, to tell the truth, Suna and the other villages were going to sign an alliance and declare war on Konoha. Sasuke was planning on attacking Kiri, then Kumo. But he found you instead. Since Konoha is gone, the great nations have lost a balance of power. The other 3 villages are interested in Whirlpool and have called a meeting for the Kages to meet. You included. I'm sure that they will talk about naming you Konoha's replacement in the balance of power. And I couldn't agree more. I hope you decide to attend the meeting. And tell my sister I will see my nieces soon. Godame Kazekage, Gaara. Naruto stared at the letter in disbelief and handed it to Shikamaru to read. He opened Kiri's letter next. Hello, Lord Arashikage. My name is Mei Terumi, the Godame Mizukage. I was hoping to start an alliance with your village and meet you in person at the Kage meeting. But I also want to talk about Konoha. The Godame Kazekage has told Mai and the other villages about your history with the fallen Konoha. And we are very interested in you. We also heard you were planning on attacking Konoha before us, 2 months ahead actually. But just like us, you were too slow. We were planning on destroying Konoha before they came to attack us. But I would like to know more about you and your village. I hope to see you at the meeting.
Godame Mizukage, Mei Terumi.
Naruto finished reading the letter and opened the others. He skimmed over them. They were basically what Kiri said, but Kumo seemed cocky while Iwa was arrogant. Well, it looks like I will be going to this Kage meeting. Naruto shrugged. Shikamaru smirked. I knew you would. And even if you weren't invited, you would try and find some way to get in anyway, hun. Shikamaru grinned. Yup. Naruto grinned. Well then, if you are going, I should give you this. Shikamaru said, handing Naruto another letter much to his dislike. How many do I have to read? Naruto groaned. Get over it. Shikamaru ordered. Naruto opened the letter and read it carefully. Dear Arashikage of Whirlpool, you have been invited to the Kage meeting on October 4th. It will be on Iron Island. You are allowed to bring 4 bodyguards. I doubt anything will happen, but you can't be too cautious with Akatsuki running around. The other nations hope to have a peaceful talk with you and for you to join their alliance. You may choose to come or not. I hope you can attend. Samurai Leader, Mifune. Naruto finished reading the letter and stared at the date. Shika, do I have anything planned on October 4th? Naruto asked. Shikamaru checked his calendar.
No.
Shikamaru answered. Good, because I will be attending this meeting. You, Sakura-chan, Itachi, and Bachan are coming with me, Naruto stated. What? Why do I have to go? Shikamaru demanded. Well, because you are my advisor, Naruto stated. Itachi is too. It makes no sense for both of us to go. I'll watch the village. Why don't you take Kakashi? Shikamaru suggested. You make a good point. 2 medics and 2 fighters. All right, Kaka-sensei, it is then. Naruto grinned. He felt Sakura push chakra into her seal and said goodbye to Shikamaru, also that he could take the rest of day off, much to the lazy Jonin's liking. He flashed to his wife to see her grinning at him. I did it, Naruto-kun. I popped the rubber ball. Sakura grinned. Naruto stared at her confused. But Sakura-chan, I didn't give you or tell you about the second test. How did you pop it? Naruto wondered. Well, it's easy, Naruto-kun. All I had to do was apply the same method I used for the first test and add power to this one. So I'm ready for the third test. Sakura smiled. Naruto crushed his lips with hers, much to her liking. What was that for, Naruto-kun? Sakura asked with a smile. It's just that you're so beautiful and smart. I just couldn't help myself. Naruto grinned. Well, you're not too bad yourself. Sakura grinned, closing the gap between them. After a few minutes, Naruto pulled away from her. Sakura-chan. Naruto called. Yes, Naruto-kun? Sakura asked. We have a meeting to go to soon. Do you think you can come? It would really be great if you did. Naruto smiled. Of course, Naruto-kun. What's the meeting and when is it? Sakura wondered. Well, the other Kages want to talk to me about an alliance. Also, it's on October 4th. Naruto said. October 4th? That's a week away. I'll have to find a sitter for the kids and… It's okay. I already have someone in mind. So will you come? Naruto asked, leaning his forehead against Sakura's. Of course, Naruto-kun. Anything for you. Chapter 9. A week has passed since Naruto got his letter. He, Sakura, Lee, Kakashi and Tsunade were making their way to Iron Island for the Kage meeting. Sakura put Amaru in charge of her hospital while Tsunade just made a clone. Naruto felt bad for leaving his kids once again, but it had to be done. He promised them he would be back before his birthday, which was 2 days away now. They left yesterday morning to get a head start, and they were making great time. If Naruto knew the location of the island, he would have just flashed there. But he would defiantly flash home. He couldn't stand being away from his kids or Sakura. It was a few hours later that Naruto, Sakura and Tsunade were sitting down with Kakashi and Lee standing behind them. They were sitting at a big rectangular table. Naruto was sitting next to Gaara, the Sandame Tsuchika Jinoki was sitting next to the Yandame Reikage. Inoki was staring in disbelief how much Naruto looked like the fourth. Hell, Inoki nearly attacked him when he first saw him. It was Sakura who stopped him, and Inoki was surprised to say the least. The Godame Mizukage was also staring at Naruto, not because he looked like the Yandame Hokage's son, but because he was handsome. If he didn't have his wife with him, she would be all over him. Sakura was currently talking to Tsunade while holding Naruto's hand because she could tell he was nervous about this meeting. Never before had he been in front of all the Kages at once. He only knew Gaara, and that was enough for him. All right, this meeting will start. I would like to welcome the Arashikage for coming from such short notice. Please introduce yourself and your guards. The samurai Mifune smiled. Naruto stood with a slight bow. My name is Naruto Namikaze, son of Minato and Kushina Namikaze. This is my wife Sakura Namikaze, my godmother Tsunade Senju, my sensei Kakashi Hatake, and my friend Rock Lee. Naruto introduced. Tell us, Arashikage Dano, why would you bring your wife and godmother? Inoki wondered with a smirk. Well, first I brought my wife because she wanted to come and witness this meeting and see for herself if her husband was really joining an alliance or some kind of trap for the Akatsuki. Sakura finished. I brought my godmother because she has more experience with such things since she was the Godame Hokage. Naruto smirked. So this is the Godame of the fallen village? Inoki smirked. Yes. Now why are we here? Tsunade demanded, losing her patience. Yes, we wanted to know about you and your village. We were also wondering why you didn't introduce your village to the great nations. Mei asked. I didn't introduce my village because we didn't want to be found yet. It was bad enough that Konoha knew of our existence. As of me, what is there you want to know? Naruto asked. Do you have a family? Asked. Yes, my village is my family. Naruto answered. You know what I mean. I grumbled. I don't see how knowing about my family is relevant. Naruto wondered. Why did you not want to be found? I mean, Suna was know of your existence. Yet you didn't threaten them. Inoki wondered, changing the subject for now. Because Suna is my ally. You three weren't. Naruto replied. Is it because you have a bond with the Jinchuriki? Asked. Yes, Gaara is my friend. And since he is Kazekage and Suna has done nothing wrong since his reign, he will be my ally. Naruto shrugged. Were you also afraid that we would destroy your village? I mean, we do have more military power. Inoki smirked. Naruto looked at him bored, as did his guards. Naruto-kun could destroy your village without breaking a sweat if he wanted. Lee stated. Is it because he is the Yandame's son? Inoki demanded.
No.
It's because he holds the power of Kyuubi. Kakashi smirked. What? Asked. Kyuubi is our clan summon as our other foxes. Naruto-kun wiped out half of Konoha when he rescued us from Danzo. Sakura informed. How did you get the Kyuubi? I thought the Nine-Tails brat had it. Inoki wondered. Gaara laughed at him. Did I forget to tell you? The Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is the Arashikage. That's why we have a bond, because we experienced the same loneliness. Gaara stated. Interesting. Could you show us an example? Mifune asked. Sure. Naruto grinned, standing up. He closed his eyes and activated his chakra mode. This is only the yang of Kyuubi. I can take hold of Kyuubi's yin and yang. Naruto informed, turning back to normal, and sat back down. Kakashi, Lee and Tsunade didn't see that form before and were impressed. The other Kages were aghast. You have that much power? I muttered. Yes. Now about this alliance, what exactly is the benefit? Naruto wondered. Well, we were gonna say help when in trouble, like in an attack, but since I can hold my own, but I would still need help. I'm not a god, if so. I would be Hokage instead Erasure, but I like being Erasure better. Naruto smirked. Well, so the great Namikaze does have limits. Inoki smirked. Naruto rolled his eyes in annoyance. Your village lives by the ocean, correct? Asked. Yes. Naruto shook his head. Then what kind of merchandise can your traders offer? Fish. Smirked. No. We hold more than fish. We have certain minerals in our water that your village desperately needs. I also hear salt is getting low. We have plenty. Naruto smirked. Kiri also has salt, we could get it from them. Inoki stated. Yes, but how much? See, Kiri lives by lakes that are mostly man-made. Whirlpool is near the ocean and we respect it. By doing that, it lets us live from its properties. Tsunade informed. Not to mention the water is pure and clean. Not contaminated by junk. Sakura stated. Suna is grateful to Whirlpool. As you know, our village had a terrible earthquake not that long ago. We asked for water from Konoha, but they refused. Whirlpool was the one who gave us water and food. We still have a supply of water left over thanks to them. Gaara explained. So basically the Yandame here is a hero? Smirked. No. He does what is right. Kakashi stated. Okay, so we have military support, what else? Naruto wondered. Trade. Inoki said. Trade? What can you give us for trade? Naruto asked. You must not have lots of other food other than fish. We can supply different kinds of food. Mei stated. We have others. Sakura-chan, when you go to the market, is there different varieties? Naruto asked his wife. No, not really, but we do have a wide range. It wouldn't hurt to have other kinds of food. I'm sure the villagers would love that. Sakura smiled. Naruto nodded. All right then, I guess we can trade food. Naruto shrugged. Now time to move on to more important matters.
Konoha's destruction.
Stated. I received a letter a few weeks ago from Danzo right before Konoha fell. The Akatsuki did it. Naruto stated. What? Do you know someone specific? Mei asked. Naruto was about to answer when he felt a strong, unfamiliar chakra signature he didn't recognize. He grabbed Sakura and flashed as a black vortex appeared. The Kages gasped when they saw a man with an orange mask with one eye. He was wearing the Akatsuki robes. "Hello, Kages." The man greeted with a mock bow. "Who the hell are you?" A demanded. "Madara Uchiha. It's nice to meet you once again, Naruto Namikaze." Madara smirked. Naruto looked up from his wife and glared at the man. "I never met you before," Naruto stated. "Oh, but you did. When you were born. Kyuubi didn't tell you?" Madara smirked. "What the hell are you talking about?" Naruto demanded. "I am the one who made Kyuubi attack the village. I also sent an Akatsuki member to destroy Konoha. I'm surprised I didn't know you were the Arashikage, if so I would have made Deidara bomb it." "Oh, hello," Madara greeted. Sakura looked at the masked man with a look of fear on her face. You're the one," Sakura stuttered. Naruto looked at her confused, then glared at Madara. "What did you do to her?" Naruto growled. "I didn't do anything. It's what I'm about to do." Madara smirked. I had enough and charged at Madara but phased right through him. "You can't beat me. None of you can. The only one who has a chance is Naruto. But with his current power he can't beat me." Madara smirked. Naruto smirked back. "You want to test that theory?" Naruto asked. "Oh, I will, in 5 years," Madara said. "What? Why 5 years?" Naruto demanded. "Because that is when she will be at her peak. She will fully awaken her Kekai Genkai. The boys will be strong too," Madara stated. Naruto and Sakura felt a pull on their hearts. "What are you talking about?" Naruto demanded. "Your children. They are special after all. If I seal you now, then the power would be off balance. Your kids have Kyuubi chakra within them, and as time passes it grows. In 5 years the boy's chakra will be as much as you have now as will little Kairi. Not to mention your other 2 kids." Madara smirked. "If you dare touch my kids, I will rip your throat out," Naruto yelled. "Your threat is nothing. Your kids will die alongside you. Your whole family is doomed. 5 years, a war will start, the 4th World War. It will be amazing. You all will try, but you won't beat me. I see everything," Madara stated. Everyone was glaring at him, but he was unaffected. "You all be ready for a war of your lives. Because I will also be building an army. See you then." Madara laughed, vanishing like he appeared. Naruto sighed. "I must get home. I will be waiting to hear from you all," Naruto stated. His guards put their hands on his shoulders and they disappeared in an orange flash. "Well, what should we do?" Mei asked. "We should prepare for this war," Inoki said. "Also join Naruto. His village is better than Konoha, it would be a shame to see it wasted." Gaara stated, anger still in his voice. "What about these kids? Should we watch over them to make sure Madara doesn't take them?" asked. "We should. He may be honorable, but his kids are. Naruto Dano has told you nothing of his family for a reason, and this is that reason. We all know he wouldn't dare let you all watch over his children." Mifune glared. "I say we trust in Naruto-kun and his family. If we stand together, we can beat Madara," Mei stated. "Ah, no one can beat him. He's a god," Inoki stated. "No one is a god. He may be really powerful, but everyone has their limits. I think Madara is outdated." Gaara smirked. "I agree. Naruto-kun seemed really powerful. He may be even better than Madara." Mei agreed. "My decision is have Naruto lead this alliance," Gaara stated. "I agree."
Mei grinned.
"I will think about it," Inoki grumbled. "I second that." I nodded. "Then it is settled. You have 1 year to give your answer. If you don't, we will call on other villages to get their decision," Mifune informed. With that, the Kage meeting was adjourned. Naruto and Sakura were watching their kids train. Sora finally popped the rubber ball when they got home, and Roxas popped the water balloon. Kazuna and Kairi were still having a hard time.
"I'm scared, Sakura-chan."
Naruto whispered. Sakura turned to her husband with sad, curious eyes. I am too, Naruto-kun, but we have to be strong for them. Sakura stated. Yeah, but I didn't want my kids to ever witness war. Now they have to, and they are targets. My whole family is a target. Naruto growled. Sakura was silent. Naruto did have a point. Hell, even she hasn't even witnessed a war. It doesn't matter. I still love you and I will always be by your side. Sakura stated, kissing Naruto to wash away his fear and anger. Naruto kissed her back. He was happy Sakura didn't hate him for putting them all in danger even though it wasn't his fault. But we need to get stronger, Naruto said, breaking away from the kiss. We will, but let's enjoy the happiness we have now. We can train later, Sakura said. We? Sakura-chan, what about the baby? Naruto asked. Sakura rolled her eyes. Naruto, I don't have to stop training till I'm 1 month. Sakura stated. No, Sakura. I don't want you to do anything physical. Learning the Rasengan and Hiraishin is fine, but anything physical is dangerous, Naruto informed. Man, I can't believe you're so adamant about this. But fine, Naruto-kun, if it makes you relax then I won't train physically. But you owe me, got it? Sakura poked his chest. Yes, Sakura-chan. Now, how are you doing on the Rasengan? Naruto asked. Well, I finished the 2nd stage. Sakura grinned. That great. YOSH. Hey dad, I did it. I can form. Sora stopped. Naruto looked down to see his son passed out. Sakura checked on him. He's tired, Sakura stated. He's been training non-stop since you guys left, Kazuna stated. Naruto nodded. Kazuna, I want you to come with me later for some training, okay? Naruto said. Are you sure? Will it be just me and you? Kazuna asked. For now, but soon it will be our Jonin. I have to go talk to Kurama, Naruto stated, walking off while Sakura picked up her son. She heard a loud pop and turned to see a stunned Kairi. I did it! I did it! Kairi cheered. Sakura grinned at her. Good work. Now go pop the others so you get the hang of it. After, go ahead and grab a rubber ball, Sakura informed. Yes, Mom. Kairi grinned before running off. Sakura smiled before walking inside. When she did, she overheard Naruto. So can you do it? He asked. I could, but it would take tons of chakra. You would be out for at least a week. I will be fine since I have enough chakra. But it would only last for that much of time. Plus, the area's size has to be reasonable, Kyubi explained. Naruto was quiet for a minute as if he was thinking. How about the training fields? Naruto finally asked. It will be easier than the whole village. When do you want it to be done? Kurama wondered. 2 days. I will explain everything before then. They should learn the Rasengan by then. Thanks, Kurama. Naruto thanked. No problem, Kit. Anything to get rid of that damn Uchiha. Kurama smirked before leaving. Sakura walked in the room and laid Sora down. So how is he? Naruto asked. He will be fine. Kairi is on the 2nd step now, Sakura mentioned. Sakura-chan, I can't afford to send them on any missions, Naruto stated. I know, but they will want to. Why don't we have Itachi be their sensei? Or Kazuna? Sakura suggested. I would feel safer with Itachi. But Kazuna will help me train Kairi with her unknown Kekai Genkai. So I will have Kazuna on the team helping Itachi, Naruto informed. Okay, now what were you talking about with Kurama? Sakura wondered. You know the place where I trained? Well, I asked Kurama if he could make the training fields like that, so we won't have to leave the village. But it will be gone before the war starts, a day before maybe, Naruto explained. Okay, but Naruto-kun, I want to learn the Hiraishin now. It will help with the Rasengan, Sakura said. Naruto kissed her with a grin. Anything for you, Sakura-chan. Chapter 10. Naruto was sitting up in his bed. His thoughts wandered to his parents' death, the so many people in Konoha who hated him. Today was the day his birthday. His kids and wife always somehow made it special. But today he couldn't handle it. Just 2 days ago that the ancient Uchiha Madara declared war in 5 years.
Happy birthday Naruto-kun.
Sakura grinned, hugging him. Hey Sakura-chan, Naruto said half-heartedly. Sakura gazed at him with sad eyes. He always acted like this on his birthday, but the next morning it's like nothing happened. Naruto-kun, are you okay? Sakura asked. I'll be fine, Sakura-chan. Just thinking. Naruto sighed. Sakura grabbed his hand. Naruto, it's okay. Things have changed since then. You have your own village, you're the Arashikage, which is better than the Hokage. You have a beautiful family. The villagers love you. I don't see what's the problem. Sakura shrugged. I know, Sakura-chan. I need to go clear my head. I'll see you tomorrow. Naruto gave her a long kiss that was full of sadness. Next thing she knew, her mate was gone. Where? Only QB would know. The kids wanted to say happy birthday to their father, but when they woke up he was gone. So that day they trained and trained till the next day. The next morning Sakura found herself wrapped in a pair of strong warm arms. She looked up to see Naruto sleeping peacefully. She smiled, nuzzling deeper into his chest. Sakura-chan, Naruto asked, half asleep. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Feeling better? Sakura asked. Yeah. Sorry I left, but I had to. It's okay. I'm just glad you're home and safe. Now the kids might want some sparring done. Sakura smirked. Okay, Naruto said before getting up. Sakura got up too, following him into the shower. After their shower, Naruto was dressed in his normal attire besides his cloak. Naruto decided that he would pop his head in the office, then train his family. But he forgot his sparring match with his students. Once he was in the office, he found a letter with Iwa's symbol on the envelope. Naruto picked it up and read it, expecting it to be some kind of arrogant insult. Naruto Namikaze, the other Kage has chosen you as the leader for the alliance. I have not decided yet. I don't believe your village is as great as you say it is. So with your permission, I am asking to tour your village. I look forward to it. Inoki. Naruto sighed before flashing. Once he opened his eyes, they were set on the Sandame Tsuchikage. How did you get in here? Inoki wondered, shocked. I flashed here. You have my permission. Bring 2 guards and we will go. Naruto said. Akatsuchi, Karatsuchi, get in here. Inoki called. 2 people barged in with kunai out. Put those away, you're no match for him and I'm not in danger. Inoki said. The 2 looked at Naruto before Karatsuchi started blushing, then bowed. Arashikage-sama, it is a pleasure to meet you. She grinned. It's nice to meet you too? Naruto scratched his head. We are going to use Ushioga-cure, so get ready. Inoki ordered. The 2 nodded before running out to pack. You won't need much, just a tour, Naruto said. Oh, they aren't packing clothes. I was hoping that we had a sparring match. If that's okay with you. Inoki smirked. Naruto thought about it. Yes, it's fine. I was planning on sparring with my students and kids, so you can spar with them. Naruto said. I'm guessing your kids are genin? Inoki asked.
No.
I have twins who are 3 and a 6-year-old. Naruto answered. And you're training them? Inoki asked, shocked. Yeah. Naruto said like it was no big deal. We're ready, sir, Akatsuchi stated. Inoki nodded before getting up, walking to Naruto. Akatsuchi put his hand on Naruto's shoulder and Karatsuchi touched his arm with a blush. Naruto flashed, and when he appeared, a fist met his face, sending him back a little bit. Aye. That hurt. Naruto groaned, rubbing his cheek. Dad? Where did you come from? Sora asked. Sora, was that you? Man, your punches are getting harder. Naruto smiled. Really? Sora asked, getting excited, but before Naruto could answer, Sora went flying. Ow! Roxas! Sora charged his brother, who was laughing his ass off. Yikes! Roxas started running from his brother. Who are these children? Inoki asked. Oh, hey boys! Come here! Naruto ordered. Coming! They replied, running towards him. These are my sons, Sora. Sora grinned. And Roxas. It's nice to meet you. Bow Baka. Roxas scowled, bonking his brother on the head. Ow! That hurt. Sora whined. Boys, this is the Sandaime Tsuchikage Inoki. Naruto introduced. Wait, you can fly, right? Roxas said. Really, you can fly? Teach me, Sora yelled. HMPF? I only teach kids who can prove themselves. Inoki smirked. Oh? Well then why don't we spar? Sora smirked. This boy is feisty. I'm starting to like him already. Inoki said, stretching, grumbling about his back.
Naruto-kun.
Sakura called, walking out. I didn't know you were. Sora, what are you doing? Sakura asked, taking note of her son's fighting stance. I'm sparring with this old man, Sora stated. I don't think you can handle a Kagebaka, Roxas stated. You're right. Will you teach me if I beat your bodyguards? Sora asked. HMPF. Fine, just try. Inoki smirked. Sora, I hope you know what you're doing, Naruto stated. The four walked out of the way, leaving the two bodyguards and the 3-year-old. Are you sure you want to do this, kid? Akatsuchi asked. Yeah, once I beat you two, I'll learn how to fly. Let's go. Sora charged. The two bodyguards stood still waiting but were surprised when a fist sent them flying. Naruto smirked. Sora appeared in front of Akatsuchi and kicked his face, sending him back. Sora started forming hand signs and breathed out a fireball that rivaled Sasuke's when he was 12. The rock ninja were in awe that this 3-year-old knew jutsu. Akatsuchi dodged the fire and charged at Sora. Karatsukui charged from behind. Sora sighed, starting to concentrate. Wind style. Wind tunnel. Sora aimed each hand at the bodyguards, a violent wind tunnel shooting out at the two ninja. The rock ninja cursed before running out the way. Sora grunted in annoyance before creating a shadow clones. Earth style. Rock staff jutsu. Rock pillars shot up from the ground, shaping into a spear. The spears aimed at the rock ninja and shot at them. The rock ninja smirked. They dodged the spears and still came at Sora. Sora placed his hands on the ground, putting chakra into it. Earth style. World shaking. Sora cried. The ground started shaking around them, making the ninja stumble. They had to jump out the way when multiple spikes shot from ground. Inoki watched, interested in the boy. He had the 3 elements to use dust release. Maybe, just maybe, Inoki thought. Sora knew he was running out of chakra but needed to beat them. He would be damned if he didn't know how to fly. Naruto and Sakura watched proudly at their son. They knew Sora knew little jutsu but were shocked to know that their kids had 3 element affinities. Sora had earth, fire and wind, while Roxas had wind, lighting and water. The two bodyguards were in awe at this kid. Sure, he was the son of the Arashikage, but they didn't think a 3-year-old would make them sweat. I only have enough chakra to summon or use that jutsu and Ai-chan taught me, Sora thought. Rapidly, he started making hand signs. Fire style. Exploding flame shots, Sora called. He jumped up high into the air and started darting his hands everywhere, rapidly, fireballs shooting everywhere. When the fireballs landed, it exploded. Crap, the ninja muttered. Soon later, explosions were going off everywhere. After everything died down, the rock ninja had soot all over their face, some burnt places on their clothes. There was dust in the air. Looks like he lost, Akatsuchi said. No, not yet, Naruto and Sakura said. On cue, red chakra whipped around the air. Inoki and his bodyguards narrowed their eyes to see a red sphere. The chakra knocked away the dust, revealing a Kyuubi-state Sora. His eyes were red, his canines sharper. A red Rasengan whirled around in his hand. I'm not done yet, Sora yelled, charging at the ninja. His speed was faster and swifter. In a second, Sora was floating under Akatsuchi. He dug the Rasengan in his stomach, sending the large man flying upward. Might want to check on him, Sakura-chan, Naruto stated. Sakura nodded, running off to check the man. Sora landed down, his body slumped. He raised his arm. The red aura around him formed the Rasengan. He roared, running at Kuratsuchi. She tired casting a jutsu but was too slow. Sora was about to smash the Rasengan in her face when he was stopped. That's enough, Sora, Naruto said. Sora looked in his dad's sky blue eyes before they turned sky blue themselves. Naruto held his son up by his arm before swinging him across his shoulder. When Naruto passed Inoki, the old man spoke. "It is okay for me to train him?" Inoki asked. "Is this about flying or something else?" Naruto asked. "I think he will be able to use dust release. I will also teach him how to fly." Inoki added. "Then it's fine with me. As long he's home before dinner." Naruto grinned before walking in the house. Sakura checked Akatsuchi's wounds. They weren't that bad, but they still looked like hell. Akatsuchi thanked her when he woke up. Kuratsuchi didn't have that many wounds, so they decided to let them heal on their own. A few minutes later, a panting Kairi appeared Kazuna behind her. "Lady Sakura, do you know where Sensei is?" Naruto asked. "Yeah, he's inside." Sakura smiled. Kazuna nodded, going inside. As soon as he left, Kairi collapsed. "Mom, Sensei is a slave driver. He made me do the same jutsu 200 times non-stop. Then after, when I was tired, he made me run around the village 50 times. Kairi complained. "Well, was the training worth it?" Sakura asked. "I don't know. I collapsed for a little while, but when I woke up, Sensei's clothes were messed up and he had cuts over his body. I don't know what happened and I can't remember." Kairi frowned. "It's okay. We will find out soon. Go take a nap," Sakura ordered. "Is Dad really gonna fight?" Kairi asked, excited. "Yes, dear. I will wake you when it starts." Sakura smiled. Kairi nodded before running inside to sleep. "Is she your daughter?" Kuratsuchi asked. "Yes, she's Kairi." Sakura smiled. "Your son is very strong. Mind if I know who his sensei is?" Kuratsuchi asked. "Well, Naruto and I train him, but his sensei is Itachi Uchiha," Sakura informed. "Really? Well, no wonder. It seems you were able to keep the Uchiha clan," Inoki said. Naruto came back out. "Well, Sora and Kairi are knocked out. Why don't we give you the tour?" "Roxas, I want you to train with Koga, all right?" Naruto said. "Okay, Dad." Summoning Jutsu. Roxas summoned a white fox with two tails, its eyes jade green. "Come on, Koga, let's train." Roxas grinned. The group left to explore the village. Naruto showed them the different areas of the village. Then he showed the beach and training fields. Inoki at first thought the village would look similar to Konoha, but was dead wrong. They didn't even have the Hokage monument. There were fields of luscious green grass and beautiful sparkling clear blue water. Naruto let them taste the water and they were surprised at what they tasted. It was clean and they felt stronger. Inoki's back didn't hurt as much, which was great for him. When they came home, Naruto smirked to see the people he invited. Kakashi, Gai, Lee, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, Niji, Konohamaru, Shino, Itachi, Kazuna, Asuma, Yo, Trey, Len, Musubi, Tsukiyomi, Suzuki were all here, but two people were missing. "Kazuna, where's teammates?" Naruto asked. He felt the air shift and jumped out of the way with a backflip. Two people landed in front of him. A 16-year-old boy with long black hair tied into a ponytail with a bored expression was standing in front of him. The boy was wearing a black coat that stopped at his knees. It looked like a winter cloak but seemed comfortable. Sticking from his waist was his sword. He was also wearing tan pants. He had two headbands. One was tied around his arm with the whirlpool sign and the other was tied around his neck with the kanji lazy. Next to him was a girl with a smirk on her face. She had spiky blonde hair, her eyes were pupilless red eyes. She was wearing an orange shirt that was covered by her jonin vest. She was wearing dark green shorts that stopped a little below her knees. Her whirlpool headband was tied around her neck. "Mifune Sayuki, why are you too late?" Kazuna asked. "Oh, calm down, Kazukuin. I was on my way when I found lazy pervert peeking at the bathhouses." Sayuki pointed over to him. "Hey, what better way to relax?" Mifune shrugged. Naruto sighed. "All right, here's the deal. If we spar here, my house will be a mess and Sakura-chan will kill me. So we will go to the training fields. I will see you in 10 minutes. Naruto said. Everyone nodded before taking off. "Well, I better get ready. I will have a clone lead you guys to the training fields," Naruto said. A clone appeared and led the rock ninja to the training fields. Naruto put on his cloak and strapped his sword Kaze no Yoko to his back. Once he was ready, he went outside to see his kids and wife waiting for him. "All right, let's go." Naruto grinned. In an orange flash, they were gone and appeared in the open training field. But the sky was white. Everyone who was there was asking what was going on. "A few weeks ago, Itachi and I left for training. We trained in the frozen fox cave. In the cave, time was different from outside. 1 minute was 30 minutes inside. We stayed for 5 days, which was 5 years. This not only helps you get major training done in such little time, but you feel way stronger when you come out. Let's start." Naruto grinned. In a second, Sayoki charged at Naruto with red lighting sparking around her hand. "Demonic lightning!" Sayoki roared. Naruto dodged the attack and blocked the kick Lee did. He had to flip once again when Guy used his dynamic entry. He landed on the ground and nearly was caught by Shikamaru's shadow. "I can't get the chance to attack," Naruto thought. Once he landed on a branch, everyone scattered around. "Great," Naruto muttered. He jumped down and nearly regretted it when a hand shot up from the ground. He quickly countered by smashing a Rasengan in the ground. Before the person underground jumped out, a giant fireball was shot at Naruto. The blonde cursed, replacing himself with a clone. Itachi flashed behind Naruto, his fist cocked back. Naruto grabbed the oncoming fist and rewarded Itachi with his own, sending the Uchiha flying. Mifune drew his sword lazily and charged at Naruto. Naruto cursed, knowing if Kazuna was nearby this would be bad. Mifune started slashing at Naruto. But the slashes Naruto tried to anticipate were totally opposite. When he thought up, it was right, thought down, it was diagonal. This guy was unpredictable as he was lazy, and he was very lazy, almost as bad as Shikamaru. However, Naruto dodged the swipes but was annoyed when Kazuna showed up, nearly cutting him in half. He flipped back but regretted it when Lee and Guy used their extreme dynamic entry, sending him flying and crashing against trees. He stood dusting himself off but noticed something was not right. He got his answer when 2 large gray tunnels were zooming in on him. He cursed under his breath before jumping out the way. He ran all the way to a river, looking around. "Water style. Water Fong bullet." Tsukiyomi spat out a large water bullet, much to Naruto's dismay. He rolled out the way, throwing his kunai at her. But it was blocked when an ice shield appeared. That was close. Trey smirked. Naruto smirked too before flashing in front of Trey's shield, smashing it with his Rasengan. Naruto kicked the girl out the way while he flipped Trey over his shoulders and kicking him farther away. He heard chirping sounds and looked to see Kakashi holding a lighting blade. Naruto grumbled about bad timing. Kakashi charged at Naruto, but Naruto grabbed Kakashi's and the silent Konohamaru's hand. He flipped them upward before jumping. "Leaf Hurricane!" Naruto roared, kicking them aside. Before he landed, a ray of light was shooting at him. He cursed before being engulfed in the light. Inoki smirked, glad his jutsu worked. The ninja around him appeared, waiting for Naruto to show up. A few minutes passed when Naruto was in his full chakra mode. "Hn, so that's what you're gonna teach him?" Naruto asked. "Yeah." Inoki nodded. "Well then, let's hope he learns it." Naruto smirked, turning his attention to the crowd. "Let's see how you guys handle this." Naruto smirked. "Guess it's time to get serious." Itachi muttered, his dark onyx eyes shifting to his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto smirked before he and Itachi charged at each other. They flashed and reappeared in the center. Fists smashed against each other. "Well, I'm not staying here. Let's go." Sayoki charged her teammates, flanking her. Naruto glanced towards them when they were close. Chakra arms shot out from his cloak, grabbing his students. "Damn, what is this?" Sayoki cursed. "They're made out of chakra. We can't break free." Mifune sighed. Everyone took the chance to charge at Naruto. Naruto cursed under his breath, throwing away his captives. He flashed away as far as possible. When he landed, Naruto held out his hand, his chakra arms forming a bladed Rasengan. "Raisin Shuriken!" Naruto cried, throwing the bladed sphere at the approaching ninja. He expected there to be explosion but was surprised to see it being contained in a transparent cube. So the old man does have skills, eh? Naruto smirked. He decided to make clones, but they were weaker only in first chakra mode. They charged, each holding a Rasengan. But his students countered using their teamwork. Mifune sliced and diced past the clones while Kazuna was running around in a circle at fast speed. Sayuki was also killing the clones, getting close to Naruto. A few seconds later, a cold vortex surrounded them. Sayuki smirked, knowing this was the perfect time. She held her hands in a circle shape, red lightning buzzing around her hands. Demonic lightning. Atom strike. Sayuki roared, her hand surrounded by it. She aimed her hand to the sky, allowing it to shoot up and spread around the tunnel. Naruto glanced around looking for a way out, but finding none. The three faded out the vortex, allowing Naruto to be struck down by the 1,000 bolts of lighting. After a few minutes, Naruto appeared, smoking coming from him, but not a scratch. Nice, but let's finish this, Naruto said. He sighed in concentration. When he opened his eyes, he held out his hand. Tailed Beast Ray, Naruto said. A Rasengan formed in his hand before it blasted in a ray, spreading as time went on. A few minutes later, there stood Itachi with his new Susanoo that looked more full of life. Behind him were knocked out ninja. Inoki, Kakashi, and Kazuna were the only ones conscious. Itachi looked tired. There was too much pressure in that blast. It took everything he had not to pass out. Great, I found my trainers. I will see you tomorrow. Naruto grinned before flashing to his family. When he left, they all passed out. This was gonna really hard. Chapter 11. The day after the sparring match, Inoki was standing in front of Sora and his parents. Inoki told them about dust release and how if Sora can master it, he will be much better than Inoki when he uses it due to Sora's chakra. Sakura was happy that her son was able to train under a Kage other than Naruto, but didn't want him to be far from her. Naruto suggested they trained in the training fields. They agreed since it was still in the village. Roxas was to be trained by Itachi and Kakashi. Itachi was to help with taijutsu and ninjutsu use, while Kakashi was to help him with lightning. Itachi would also help Kairi and Sora when he was needed, which was most of the time. Kazuna trained Kairi in her new abilities, which was ice. When Kazuna took Kairi out for training, he figured what it was and reported it to Naruto the next day. Flashback. Kazuna walked into Sora and Roxas's room where Naruto was. Sensei, I need to talk to you, Kazuna stated. All right, shoot, Naruto said. Today when I trained Kairi, I found out what her Kekai Genkai is. Like Lord Kyuubi said, it's ice, but to a certain point, Kazuna informed. A certain point? Like what? Naruto asked, both leaving Sora to sleep. Well, I pushed her to her limit like you asked me to, and she seemed like she was in a trance, Kazuna said. A trance? Like Kyuubi trance? Naruto asked. No, sir. Emotionless trance, Kazuna said before explaining. Flashback in a flashback. Kazuna sat on the rock where he and Kairi were training. He watched Kairi finish the jutsu he ordered her to do. Around her was a sheet of ice and on her was sweat.
Sensei, I'm tired.
Kairi whined. I know, Kairi. Just do the jutsu 3 more times and we'll go home, okay? Kazuna smiled. 3 more times? I don't think I... She trailed off when she collapsed to the ground. I haven't seen her go KY. What is that? Kazuna asked inwardly. Around Kairi's body, the ice was hovering around her. Kazuna narrowed his eyes when she started emitting red churka, making the ice go haywire. She slowly stood back up. The ice clung to her arms, forming some kind of armor. Kairi, Kazuna called. Kairi looked up at him with dazed sky-blue eyes. Her face was completely impassive. The ice started forming spiked gauntlets on her arms and legs. She raised her hand at him and the leftover ice shaped into a sword. Kazuna blinked and next thing he knew Kairi was right behind him. She swung at him but he leaped out of the way. Kairi, what's wrong with you? Kazuna demanded. She didn't answer, only coming at him again. Kazuna cursed, wishing he didn't hurt her. He pulled out his sword that was sky blue. The hilt was light blue and white. He grunted, clashing with the dazed Kairi. He swung at her, but she leaped out of the way. She charged once more with destructive force. He didn't know how a 6-year-old could have that much power and speed. He pushed her back but regretted it when a second Kairi slashed at his back. He held in the cry of pain, jumping back from her. He nearly passed out from the pain when the cut on his back started to freeze. Taking a deep breath to ignore the pain, he dodged Kairi's swipe. She kept going though. Kairi ran at him, clashing over and over. It was then, when Kazuna tired knocking her out, that he was pushed back by ice. He tumbled to the ground ungracefully. When he looked up, Kairi was guarded by ice. Her sword and gauntlets merged with the wall of ice that protected her. Kazuna swore he saw that somewhere before. He was snapped from his thoughts when the wall of ice charged at him by a swing of Kairi's hand. Kazuna barely dodged, getting smacked around. He rolled on the ground and felt something close around his right arm and leg. He looked to see the ice grasping on them. Kazuna started grunting in pain when the ice started squeezing. "Kairi, stop! Kairi, stop it!" Kazuna screamed. Kairi blinked a couple times, her mind waking up. The ice fell off from Kazuna's arm and leg. Kairi closed her eyes before passing out. Kazuna sighed in relief, glad his arm and leg weren't crushed. After a few minutes, he limped over to Kairi, checking if she was okay. She stirred awake, opening her eyes to her damaged sensei. "Sensei? What happened to you?" Kairi asked. "Oh, I was training with Bushy Brows and he kinda won." "How do you feel?" Kazuna asked. "I feel tired, but enough to continue training." Kairi said. "All right then. I want you to around the village one time, then run home." "Go," Kazuna ordered. "Okay, sensei," Kairi grumbled before starting her run. Flashback in a flashback end. Naruto sat there appalled by this information. "You say it nearly crushed you and guarded her?" Naruto asked. Kazuna nodded. "I know where you remember seeing that from. Gaara." Gaara's sand protected him, and his sand crushed Lee's arm and leg just like Kairi was about to do to you, Naruto informed. "Okay, that makes sense, but what about that armor and sword?" Kazuna wondered. "It seems the ice can also act like a weapon and shield. I wonder what else it can do. From now on, Kazuna, you are Kairi's sensei. I will have Trey help as well since he is also an ice user," Naruto explained. "Yes, sensei." Flashback end. "So I will be training you," Inoki said. "Cool. I'm gonna learn from the old man," Sora cheered. Inoki sighed in annoyance while Sakura giggled. "Wait, what about Roxas and Kairi?" Sora asked. "Well, son, they will be training also. Roxas will train under Kakashi and Kairi will train under Kazuna," Naruto informed. "I'm not leaving, am I?" Sora asked, worried. Sakura smiled. "No, Sora, you're not going anywhere. You'll be training in the fields," Sakura reassured. "Well then, old man, let's go. I'm ready to train." Sora grinned. Inoki smirked before walking off. Sakura and Naruto hugged their son. "Well, I'll see you guys later." Sora grinned before following the Inoki. "We will see you later also, Sora," Naruto whispered. During the past few months, Sakura, Roxas, Kazuna, and Kairi mastered the Rasengan. Naruto also taught his family the Hiraishin. Roxas was able to get it first, Sakura second, Kairi third, Sora last, and he wasn't happy about it. Roxas was able to learn the Chidori from Kakashi and much more jutsu. Kairi was able to keep a few ice jutsu under her belt thanks to Trey and Kazuna. Kazuna was trying his best to have Kairi control her ice mode, which he and Naruto called it. Sora learned how to fly after 2 weeks and was learning how to use the dust release. He mastered the Rasengan and other jutsu. 2 months after, on April 16th, Sakura went into labor and gave birth to twin girls. One looked just like Sakura. Her name was Sakuhi Rosita Namikaze. Her twin looked like Kushina besides her hair, which was blonde with pink highlights. She had Naruto's blue eyes and fox grin. Her name was Kushina Akane Namikaze. Sora and Roxas were very happy to be big brothers. Naruto wondered why he and Sakura always had twins. Their godparents were Ino and Shikamaru. Ino doted on her godchildren all the time, buying them cute clothes and stuff like that. After labor, Sakura was very happy that she could train once again. She was glad to be able to teach her children some things. She taught them how to use super strength and taught Kairi and Roxas how to heal. Sora tried but gave up when he kept burning the dead fish he tried saving. A few days after the girl's birth, Sora and Roxas were given special swords. They were made from the finest and toughest rock from IWA. Inoki said that only a few people were able to wield the swords. They were called keyblades, and what they were given were the most powerful form of the keyblade. Sora was given a black keyblade. Inoki told him that that blade resembled power and gave strength. Sora named it Oblivion. Roxas was given a pure white sword opposite from Sora's. Inoki explained that that sword kept its promises and saved people. Roxas named it Oathkeeper. The boys weren't the only one gained swords. Kazuna rewarded Kairi with her own sword. It was made from ice and would never shatter. The hilt was red and white while the blade was pure white. She named it Hayutan Kaze Yoko for Demon Ice Wind. Sora was currently training with his sparring partner Sokka. Sokka was Sora's sparring partner to learn how to use Oblivion. Sora flew high into the air before clashing with Sokka over and over again. Sokka had enough and slammed the 6-year-old down to the ground. "For someone so young, you are amazing," Sokka complimented. "Thanks. Never thought it would be this easy to go against a 18-year-old. Sora smirked before flashing behind Sokka, who saw it coming. The two clashed once more before trying to cut each other's throats. Roxas was doing his best to dodge Kakashi. He was in the forest training with Kakashi and Itachi to get better at Kenjutsu. Kakashi just recently surprised him by jumping out the trees, his dagger ready to strike. Roxas managed to kick the man away and get away. But he knew he had to watch out for Itachi, who was nowhere to be seen. Till now. A black fire shot at him, which he dodged. Crap! Why is he using that jutsu? Is he trying to kill me? Roxas thought, running away from the following fire. Roxas was about to use a water jutsu but knew it was going to be a waste on this fire. So instead he tried looking for the caster and found him. Swiftly and quickly Roxas made his way to Itachi was standing on a treetop. Roxas unsheathed Oathkeeper and sliced down at Itachi but was rewarded by mouthful of crows. Roxas covered his face, waiting till the crows passed, and noticed that the fire was still tailing him. Before he could get away, a giant bulldog charged at him from the bushes. Roxas jumped from the tree before realizing the 3 dogs that were falling with him. "Leaf Hurricane!" Roxas shouted, kicking all 3 dogs to the side. Roxas landed elegantly on the floor. When he looked up, he saw a figure standing on the tree where he just left. He narrowed his eyes when the person had lightning erupt from his hand. "Crap!" Roxas muttered. The figure jumped down at him, ready to strike. Roxas smirked, holding out Oathkeeper. "Keep the promise to protect. Keep your oath to keep the light." "Oathkeeper," Roxas chanted. A blinding white light flashed in the sky. The only person who could see was Roxas, allowing him to make his move. The black flame died out due to the flash. The figure grunted in pain, canceling the jutsu. Roxas jumped to the figure, slashing his chest open and leaping away. The figure cried out in pain before dispelling. Sora blocked the next clash but regretted it when Sokka tripped him. Sora fell to the ground but rolled out of the way when Sokka's blade stabbed the ground. "This be a lot easier if the old man said I could use jutsus," Sora grumbled. He flipped back up, holding out Oblivion. Sora took a deep breath to calm himself. "Slash though the day with your power. Cut through light to free darkness. Erupt chaos from hell. Oblivion!" Sora yelled, twirling Oblivion wildly with his hands. The sky started turning dark, then the shroud of darkness spread around Sokka, making him unable to see in the darkness. Sokka felt pain in his chest, then his arms, last was his legs. The light came back after a few seconds, revealing a cut-up Sokka. He had a deep gash on his chest, blood leaking out of it. His arms had multiple slashes. His legs only had 1 slash each on his shins. Sokka coughed up blood before dispelling. Sora stood behind the dispelled clone black chakra whipping around oblivion. He sheathed his sword in the sheath his mother made for him. The sheath was attached to his waist. He smiled before looking up into the sky. Roxas stopped running to take a breather. He heard something ruffle and prepared himself. When he saw that it was a squirrel, he calmed down a bit before running away, an explosion replacing the toy squirrel. Kuchan is gonna be mad. Roxas smirked. He drew out Oathkeeper, clashing with someone with a black sword. He blinked again before leaping back. Sora? What are you doing here? Roxas asked. Looking for you. Itachi Niken and Kakashi already left. It's dinner time, Sora reported, sheathing his sword. They left me? Roxas asked, getting annoyed. Yeah, they said something about you finding your way out. Lucky for you, Mom heard and scolded them. Sora, hurry up, Sakura called. Yikes, let's go, Sora said, running towards his mother. Roxas chuckled before following his brother. Kairi had been going through tough training. She knew exactly 25 ice jutsu and many others. She knew there were only a few minutes before her mother called her for dinner. She was currently standing in front of Kazuna waiting to strike. Kazuna was waiting for his apprentice to strike, but nothing came. What are you waiting for? Kazuna wondered. Kairi narrowed her eyes before disappearing in a red flash. Kazuna grunted when Kairi clashed with him. Your speed has grown, but you need work. Kazuna smirked. Still, I will have to talk with the boys, Kairi thought. She leaped back and twirled her sword around. Ice style grand. Dinner, Sakura called. Kairi dropped her sword, canceling her awesome jutsu. Let's go, Kairi, Kazuna ordered. Hey sensei, can I have a break for a couple days? Kairi asked. Why? Tired, Kazuna smirked. Kairi knew this trap she fell for almost every time. Whenever he asked that and she said no to cover her pride, he doubled her exercise. I'm not falling for it, sensei, Kairi stated. Oh? So then tell me, why do you need a break? Kazuna wondered. Well, I was gonna ask if Bushi and Super Bushibrow sensei can train us in speed and taijutsu, Kairi explained. Us? Kazuna asked. Sora and Roxas. A few nights ago they were grumpy, saying how they couldn't match up in speed with their trainers. They claimed that they were too slow. So I thought by going to the fastest people in the village we would get faster. Kairi shrugged. You know they will be talking about youth all the time, right? Kazuna smirked. Doesn't matter. If Dad could handle when he was a kid, I sure can. Kairi grinned. Yes, but what about your brothers? Kazuna asked. I don't know really. Roxas would probably get a headache. And Sora would want to kill them. You know, he no longer has the patience for those idiots. Ever since they made him run around the village for no damn reason. Kazuna laughed. The two finally made it to the house and Kairi was tackled to the ground by a certain pink-haired little girl. Big sister, Sakuhi grinned. Hey Saka-chan, how was your day? Kairi asked her 3-year-old sister. Great. Auntie Ino said she and Mommy were gonna train me and Kushina. Sakuhi grinned. That's great, Sakuhi. Do you know where Dad is? Kairi asked. Daddy's helping Mommy. Kazunaiken. Sakuhi hugged Kazuna. Kazuna grinned, picking up Sakuhi and putting her on his shoulder. Kazunaiken, where's Sayoki-chan? Sakuhi asked. Oh, she went out on a mission. She should be here tomorrow. Kazuna smiled. Okay. Sakuhi smiled back. A little girl with a blonde ponytail walked in the room with a foxy grin. Big sister, do you know where my toy squirrel is? The girl asked. Kairi narrowed her eyes and knew that the grin was forced. Oh crap. What do I do? Kairi panicked. Kairi, run, Sora ordered. Kairi bolted out the room with Kushina following her. Where is it? Kushina demanded. I don't know, Kairi replied. Kairi looked to see Itachi and hid behind his legs. Nichan, stop her. I don't know where her squirrel is, Kairi said. Itachi paled and Kushina took note of that. Itachi Niken, do you know where my squirrel is? I can't find it and I wanted to blow it up, Kushina stated. Well. Itachi didn't finish when a squirrel dropped in Kushina's hand. My squirrel. Kushina grinned. You need to watch where you put your things, Kushina. I found it outside. Kakashi, I smiled. Itachi's sweat dropped, knowing full well that Kakashi blew it up. Thanks, old man. Kushina grinned before running back inside. Kakashi sighed in annoyance. He knew he was old, but hearing his student's daughter call him that nearly every day made him self-conscious. A few minutes everyone was eating at the dinner table with grins. Rin was feeding her 3-year-old son Tsukumo, while Kakashi was scarfing down his food so fast no could see his face. The only people who got to see was Rin and his kids. Itachi was talking with Naruto about Roxas's training. His son Izuna and Sora were having a eating contest. I want some more, they yelled in unison, glaring at each other before puking on the floor. Sakura growled in annoyance. Don't eat so much if you're gonna puke it up, she yelled. Sora wiped his mouth, smirking. I have to beat him, he stated. Izuna smirked back. Like you could beat me, dope, Izuna replied. Roxas rolled his eyes before resuming his conversation with Izuna's sister and best friend Sasura. Kairi was busy having a staring contest with Sasuke's daughters Mikado and Izuka. Kushina was thinking on how to blow up her squirrel while her twin was just grinning, eating, enjoying the happy moments. Kakashi's firstborn Obito finished eating early and was having a sparring match with Kazuna. Months later, Kushina and Sakuhi were as good as their brothers. Sora and Roxas got to a point when they would go to the frozen time training fields and wouldn't come out for 3 days. Sakura was always worried about her boys, hoping they wouldn't overdo it, but they seemed to love training there. Naruto was also training to get better. Now that he had his daughters born, he would not let his family be in danger. He loved them too much to do so. Thanks to the toad Fukusaku Naruto, Sora and Roxas were able to attain Sage Mode. They constantly trained in the training fields. They once went up for 2 weeks without coming out. Normally Sakura would bring them out, but since their time was running short, she decided the whole family will train. The Namikaze spent a total of 4 weeks together in the frozen fields. The Kages had to choose a successor in case they didn't come back from war. Naruto chose Kazuna. He would have chosen Shikamaru, but the lazy man said it would be too troublesome. So while the Namikaze were training, Kazuna was being Arashikage. And he hated the paperwork. The 2 years blew by fast. The family had only 2 months to spend together and they used it well. Naruto and the other Kages came up with a plan. Instead of Naruto leading the alliance, it was Gaara. Kazuna refused to sit by and watch his comrades die on the field. And Naruto wasn't gonna sit by either. So Tsunade took their place. Sakura, Rin, Shizune and Amaru were the head medics. Ino, Moegi and others helped them with the injured. Now it was only 2 days before the war would start and Sora was anxious. He couldn't wait to show his skills on the battlefield, but deep down he was scared. He was scared for his family. His sisters, his brother and his best friend Izuna. He knew his father and mother would be fine, but he still had doubts. Roxas and Kairi were the same. They weren't as anxious as Sora, but they had showed their worry. Kushina and Sakuhi weren't allowed on the battlefield. No matter what, Sakura and Naruto barely wanted their 8-year-old sons and 11-year-old daughter on the battlefield. They especially didn't want their 5-year-old daughters on the field. The talented kids who were the same age as Kairi and the twin boys were all in one squad. Kazuna, Mifune and Sayuki led them. They was a total of 75 kids who were as strong than the Namikaze children. Izuna being one of them. Each had a squad. Kairi would be with Izuka and Mikado. Roxas would be with Sasura and his friend Axel, while Sora was with Izuna and Lia. Naruto was by himself since he was an army by himself. Itachi was a captain. They were also scared for the kids, hell the whole army even. They didn't know exactly they were going up against. All they knew was Kabuto was part of the Akatsuki commanding White Zetsus. A while ago Naruto sent Shikamaru and Kakashi on a mission to find out who exactly wiped out Konoha. When they returned, the ninja reported it was Pain and his partner Konan. Naruto couldn't believe that 2 people wiped out a whole village. But it didn't matter, they would win this war no matter what it took. It's only 2 days left till the war, and the Namikes were laying down on the beach enjoying the weather and their time of peace. Kushina and Sakuhi were swimming with the fish. Kairi was reading a medical book. Sora and Roxas were polishing their swords. Naruto and Sakura were watching their kids with sad eyes.
I'm scared, Naruto-kun.
Sakura stated. I am too. They have all gotten so strong, but I don't think it will be enough. Naruto said. Are you sure we're doing the right thing? Making them go out there? What if they get hurt? What if they… Don't talk like that, Mom. Sora called out. Sakura looked over to the eldest twin and noticed his fierce expression. He was glaring down at his sword with red eyes while polishing it. We will come back and this war will be over. Whoever this Uchiha bastard is got's another thing coming. If he thinks he is gonna kill me, I'll rip his stupid eyes out and feed it to him, Sora declared. What the Baka is trying to say is that don't worry about us. Even though it's only been 5 years, we've been training for more than that. Madara is Takaki from what Bachan told us. But somehow, someway, I don't think that's the real Madara. Roxas said. What do you mean? Sora demanded. Madara Uchiha died when he fought the Shodai Hokage. There is no way he can be alive after almost 60 years. And be able to fight. Roxas explained. Well, who cares? With that new move we created, we'll win for sure. Sora smirked. Naruto was silent the whole conversation. The way Sora looked when they talked about Madara scared him. He almost looked like a revenge-crazed Sasuke. Boys, I don't want you fighting, Naruto said. The boys snapped their heads at him. Sora had a glare while Roxas was curious. Why not? Sora demanded. I need you to protect your sisters. Naruto shrugged. Well, what about Kairi? Does she get to fight? Sora yelled. Sora, calm down. Your father only wants.
No.
Madara is the cause for all this pain. He's the reason why Itachi doesn't have his parents or his clan. He's the reason why Sasuke turned evil. He is the reason for all this hate. The reason why. Sora stopped to hold back his tears. The reason why my family might not come back. The reason why I might die. What does he want? What does he want from us? Sora demanded. Roxas was silent while his parents watched their son in pain. Sora turned his back on them and wiped his eyes. I'm not staying back. I don't care who does it. But I want to see that bastard dead. Even if it has to be me, Sora declared. He picked up Oblivion and walked off to the house. Roxas sighed but silently agreed with every word his twin said. Madara needed to die. This war needed to end soon. He made a silent oath to protect his family from Madara. To not die by anyone's hand in the war. That was his oath and he intended to keep it. Sora also made a promise while holding Oblivion. Madara was gonna die some way somehow. They would win this war or die trying. He swore on his life that if his family died, he would die along with them. That was his oath of darkness. Sora would cause havoc while Roxas saved lives.